I'm live here. I never say stop singing, I tell you I'm live. Yeah? Paula, what's up, Paula? I don't have time for Andrew, you know, on film speech. I'm live on my YouTube, I record his speech, but I'm not here to talk about Andrew's speech, because I know exactly what Andrew come do. Andrew come tell pure lie. And it go upset me, and I now put myself through it. On live. I'm not doing it. I'm not expecting no real strategy from an Andrew Holness. I'm not expecting him to bury his ego and follow the steps of Julian Robinson and Mark Golding. I am not expecting him to do any of that. I really have no respect for the Prime Minister of Jamaica, honestly. He doesn't have any integrity. And, you know, he's the weapon that is formed against this country. But let's continue and move on. Him speech not start yet, but me not really listen to it. It a play right now on my OBS. So for those who interested to go and listen, they can. I got everything on my ears also. Catch. You know? I know I run the. Oh, thank you so much, Paula. You know, say I run the page, so I have to make sure say may have everything I run smooth over there for those who want to watch it. And if you want a better volume, yeah, Patrick, if you want to listen, go to BOLO V&R 2.0. I'm live right now. If you want to listen. Carl said I was listening, but he start showing. He not reach this yet. Carl. Him speech not started. Him speech not started, you know? No, him speech not started. We are talking about live like right now. Him speech not started. I don't know where y'all watch, but this live, him speech not started, man. Not started. Them still around them ads and so. You can't want to go on Antonio, you can't imagine them start his speech. And then when you look, when they start his speech, Carl, when you look, a 5 hour, the man I go do again. Because amount of things that Mark Golding beat him about, you know. Zane, if he ever come try if you tell no more lie, you know. I want gigantic waste of time, you know. You understand? No, man, I don't see it start. I don't understand what you say. That means say one of the feed them now work. Let me go check. Hold on. Let me go check. PBC. A PBC, me the pan, you know. PBC are the official. See that? PBC live. Let me see JIS. JIS. Let me look at the JIS one. The JIS one not start. Them still await. So I don't know which one y'all watch, unless y'all watch for Andrew Holness. I want if I sabotage, then sabotage. It's a rerun in my play, man. No, man, I rerun that, man. It not start yet, mama. It not start yet. The rerun where I play the one from last year and the 5 hour where I throw shade. That the rerun they I play. It not start yet. I tell them, I'm on it right now. Anyway. Let's move on to more substantive issues, ladies and gentlemen. We're live on TikTok, live on BOLO V&R 2.0 and BOLO V&R Clips. I want to welcome everybody to the platform. God bless you all. See them just start, you know. What's your name? Marlin Malawu photo chat. Them just start. Zine. I might dip in some time to debunk some foolishness that I'm going with. I might. You understand? But really and truly, I come for Mark Golding and Julian Robinson. See? Yeah, man, that I come for. I just turn on my Bluetooth on the phone because, you know, say, the hard drive on the computer, they look like it crash. Piece of money if you got fix that, you know. If you can't fix. Kind of. Where's the woman? Hello, nobody with the body life. My man, easy. Hey, big up my father, you know. Big up my father. Daddy, if you listen, big up. You possibly might alive, yes. You possibly might have drink. I follow up the thing, you know. I say when I'm bridging them, when know him. Good afternoon, Michelle, how you doing? I say when I'm bridging them, when know him, listen to me. And man say, man, yo, the youth on point, you see me? And you know, Jamaica, Jerry Bryan, big up yourself. You know, say, whole heap of people when know me, like know me in my community, them things say, me grew up in our home. I know what they say, because your father or your mother might have a political persuasion either way. In my household, my parents have never pushed their political ideals on me. The only ideals that my mother pushed on me is the ideals of God, the word of God, the right and the wrong. And she always quote the word. That's what my mother pushed on me and my father. The political thing, that you decide for yourself. But when it comes to your soul and your salvation, right? Well, the People's National Party is in the building. Let me see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Look like 10 of them there. And all of them that. So I wonder if they plan to boycott them today. Because I'm not tell no lie. You know, Mark Golding is just a different individual, you know.
Hey, who man is this?
Rotted.
Oh, man, this.
Sorry about that. Turn. Because I'm not going to put the bam vibrate. Because I can't afford it for a bus out and a ball out for me like that. But Mark Golding is a different type of person, Jamaica. I'm telling you. That's why they can't manage him. They can't manage him none at all. But anyway, let's go into what Mark Golding is going on with on this interview here. Zane, that me come about. He had a message. Mark Golding had a very powerful message that he put out. Is something that is worth, you know, listening to at the beginning of this show. And I believe it's something I have to play every time I start a live stream, because the message is just so, it stands to it's what we need. That's the type of message that we need from our leader. Listen to this.
Jamaica is destined for greatness, but something has gone wrong in our society. The respect we once showed our neighbors, the care we took in our communities, the simple decency of looking out for one another, these basic rules of a good life are fraying. We see it and feel it all around us every day. We must change this before it's too late. Building back better is not just about roofs and roads.
No.
It's about restoring the fabric of our society.
Yes.
Integrity over corruption.
Yes.
Community over selfishness.
Yes.
Building a caring and loving society. That is why we call for a national movement to restore the moral foundations of our country. Not led by politicians, but by spiritual and civic leaders, and by each of you. When we repair how we treat each other, everything good becomes possible. A stronger Jamaica, a kinder Jamaica, and a better Jamaica for us all.
Pamela, when you hear that, this video is titled Values and Attitudes. And he's absolutely right, Jamaica. We are at a point where, you know, the fabric of our society has been eroded. All the things that made Jamaica, Samuel, thank you for sharing. All the things that made Jamaica, Jamaica, we have moved away from it. Those the values and attitudes that made us Jamaica. Like, let's give you a small example, a couple examples. You notice you're seeing older women and schoolgirls in competition for older men, literally like fight at schools and stuff like that. You see, I mean, a child used to know their place. because of how the home structure was. So you couldn't play them the game there with grandma, you know, and grandpa, you know. You couldn't try that in Jamaica. Your ass would have bust, you know. You understand? I mean, I tell you, say, the shame trees was so tall back in the day. You couldn't pass a man or a woman, an elder, and don't say good evening and good morning. You couldn't dip on the road and disgrace your mother by not having your attire how you're supposed to as a young man or a young woman. You couldn't have your dress short. You couldn't, you have to conduct yourself outside of the sight of your parents like a God I watch you. Parents used to instill the fear of God in them picnic. That's how the structure was. And because of that, the fabric of society has totally been eroded. And you notice what Mr. Golden said, because he understands, he really gets it. Who did he say was to head these entities? It's the church. I mean, I talk about the scammer pastor them and the one them when now follow God principle. I talk about the real men and women of God. They are the ones that is supposed to head this thing. They are the conscience of our society when it comes on to certain things in the schools. What they might expose the youth them with. It is further eroding the fabric of our society. You understand what I deal with? No two ways about it. So if you agree with me and you agree with Mark Golden, don't drop some fire emoji in the chat, no man. With the you know, the orange hearts. You know what I mean? Yeah. We got Marky G. Let's move on. Let's move on, Jamaica. So let me go to the first clip with Mr. Goldie. Thank you so much, Paula. Thank you. What is this? Oh. Okay, this is one of them. Let's go.
Thank you so much for staying with us. We continue with you on all angles. Still have with us for the full program the opposition leader Mark Golding and the shadow finance minister. Break, we're talking about the opposition's position, saying that the government needs to stop extracting billions from the National Housing Trust for budgetary support. And
how fitting that Julian Robinson and Mark Golding is on all angles. The same program that Andrew Honest went on and made a commitment. Me have to put it in a quotation. Made a G-Unit boss we had it where Andrew Honest made a commitment. Even if the law was to go towards, you know, because there was a court case. Even if they said, yeah, man, you know, you can go ahead, man. You can extract the money. Let me send myself that clip as a matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen. Let me send myself that clip from off of the computer because man, I tell you, you may have to play. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. Andrew always made a commitment to the people of Jamaica that even if the law says they can't take the money, he will not take the money. And there was two clips too. There was one when he was in the parliament and likened it to the government robbing the people of Jamaica like they're thieves. Zine? So how fitting it is, ladies and gentlemen, that that you know the People's National Party should do this interview and really zone into that particular conversation. It's like everything is coming around full circle. The day has done, you know. Time coming to Jamaica. You never know. The man them delay the time with what they do September 3rd. Them know what them do. They are an illegitimate government. Everybody knows it. That they are not a legitimate government. They are an illegitimate government. You understand? Good afternoon, Taurus, baby. Big up yourself. Yeah, man. Blessings. Zine. So, let me go to the clip. Who remember this?
That in principle, you believe that NHT funds should be ring-fenced to be used for NHT contributors.
It should be ring-fenced to use for the objects and purposes of the legislation. Yes.
So let's just say the court ruling goes either way. Let's say there is a court ruling that says, no, actually, the government can use it for whatever it wants. You have your belief in principle. Does that mean that as Prime Minister, you would then follow through on those principles?
Yes, my
either
principles
amend the
remain.
law if necessary,
Yes.
and ensure, in fact, that the dipping into the piggy bank doesn't occur?
And I tell you why.
That's a commitment?
It stands as a commitment. And I tell you why. There is a point of view that all public funds should be pooled, whether they are in trusts or that, you know, having the public sector funds fragmented in this way doesn't help the central government. But then there is also another view that there are some funds that belong to account holders, funds like pension, funds like the NHD, and those funds ought to be totally excluded because technically they are the private property of contributors.
So here, Andrew, here's another clip, Jamaica.
I read the columns and I hear all the discussions. What I find is that people are very willing to just accept what is presented without a thorough interrogation of the options. Because you see, implicit in this argument which is being presented that this is a time of crisis, this is a matter of national importance, there is this great urgency that we must treat the law as a matter of convenience. And that is the danger of this debate. Convenience. I don't believe that the legislation that is presented here is in any way perfects the intentions of the government. The issue, Mr. Speaker, this present piece of legislation that you are hoping to amend does not in any way relieve
Hey,
the
Jerusalem, what's up, darling?
that you are taking private funds. Listen, the only word that can describe government taking private funds without the consent of the persons giving or of the persons who own it is expropriation. That's what it amounts to. You know, it wasn't any mistaken language when Michael Manley said it is the financial institution of the housing sector. Because effectively, this is where poor people would put their money, save it with that institution to get housing. Technically now, it is akin to you putting your money in the bank and the government going to the bank and say, give me the money. Michael Manley set up an institution like a partner, a revolving fund. You put in your money, when your turn comes, you get your benefit. What has happened now is that the government stick up the partner banker.
So according to Andrew Holness, the PMP was robbing Jamaica. Guess what Andrew Holness did for the entire period of his administration? Rob the people of Jamaica. They go and stick up the bank. Andrew Holness is a thief. Not only is he a thief, him continue to thief, and in a budget presentation has told us that he's going to continue to thief for the next 5 years. That's how him tell we. According to his own logic, him a thief, you know. PMP a temporary thief. Him is a permanent thief. According to his logic. Even when there's no crisis, he was stealing from the people money in NHD. Zine, hold on, somebody a call me. Rotted. The boss a call me Jamaica. Mighty God. Hold on, I'm call him back. When I hear them, I'm gonna call it serious, you know. He done a watch. They done a watch. Yeah, hello?
Hello, Bolo.
Yes, sir.
good afternoon or good evening to you and your listeners.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. You're hearing you clearly.
Okay, good. Bolo, why I'm calling you right now because I know the debate is going on,
Right?
and I know you keenly want to listen to what this man is coming with.
I am listening while I'm doing
And
this live,
well,
man.
okay, sir, I'm begging you, sir. What I call about, sir,
Mm-hmm.
I'm begging you, please, Mr. Bolo,
Yes, sir.
take some good notes. So
Yes.
have your book, have your pen
Yes, sir.
out.
Yes, sir.
Take some good notes for us, Bolo.
Yes, sir.
And
Will do, sir.
dissect it after. Please, I'm begging you. I'm relying, I'm waiting on you with that part.
Thank you, sir.
Trust me.
All right, my brother.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Why people, man, charge me, you know, me not a choice. You know? Not a choice. Any man are talking, you know, me not a choice. Me have a day I listen to Andrew while me I listen to this and I make my points then. Him alright, man. Right now, Isabel Rose, I listen to him and I take down notes. So I don't know where go. The whole team out. Everybody I listen to him and I take notes. Alright. Where is it? Okay, here we go.
Thank you so much for staying with us. We continue with you on all angles. Still have with us for the full program the opposition leader Mark Golding and the shadow finance minister Julian Robinson. Just before the break, we're talking about the opposition's position, saying that the government needs to stop extracting billions from the National Housing Trust for budgetary support. And I was, well, let me let I'd interrupted Mr. Robinson, because I was saying that we're still seeing the housing trust build, for instance, and provide
Ivan, what's up, Ivan?
for the 2026-27 financial year. They projected that they'll be building close to 11,000 housing solutions and spending over $50 billion on capital expenditure. So does that doesn't sound like it's sending the message that the housing trust is strapped?
Well, what I would say, the unmet need for housing for persons who are willing and able and would like a house, there are about 200,000 Jamaicans, right? The NHT should be using all its resources where it can. It can provide the infrastructure, whether they put in water, sewage, roads, and then private developers or contractors would build at a particular price point. You might say to them, you need to deliver a unit between 10 to 15 million. So two people can come together, use their NHT contribution, and they can borrow and start there. Now, what we're seeing is they're not using all the resources that are available to them to provide houses in that market.
No.
Right?
Even before the extraction started.
Well, to me, it's an issue of management. If you have this unmet demand and you have the resources and you can't deploy the resources to meet the need.
So you hear what the man has to say, and he's absolutely right. There is a demand for housing. There is a huge gap that was opened up. There was a demand for housing before the gap, before what happened in Hurricane Melissa. But that gap has widened significantly, ladies and gentlemen. Homelessness has increased. You understand? And I'm talking about climate resilient housing is something that they need to focus on. So even though they need to build houses at the NHT, I would take it a step further. I didn't hear Julian mention it. What I would say, and I know that the People's National Party, because I listened to J. Bryan earlier, and I'm right, the People's National Party is listening to the people on the ground. So I want to make this suggestion to the People's National Party when you go into power. And I'm sure you guys probably have considered it already and talked about it and analyzed it. They might not have come out and said it in this manner. When it comes to focusing the NHT funds for building, the buildings that you're going to build have to be Category 5 climate resilient buildings at the price that you're talking about. it is important that those houses that are created and built for the people, Art of Love, big up my general, what you say, bro? It is important that those houses that are built, right, can be resilient towards climate change in terms of a category 5 storm. You understand? Like Hurricane Melissa. They need to be built to purpose for that. You understand? Yeah.
So the fact that the IMF aren't over us with a whip, as you put it, is really not the point. I think if we are committed to achieving it and we set our targets, we can deliver. I believe that. I think we have the capacity to do it, but I just don't feel that there's a sense of real urgency in the way the economy is being managed by the government to get these things done. And I mean, especially in the legislative area, their performance has been very, very poor.
But I think that's precisely the point. You say we have the capacity to do it. And I'm zeroing in on capacity, not talking about expertise per se, because one of the things I hear is that our capacity is not where it should be in terms of, for instance, the number of drafters we have.
We've always had shortages in that area. That's nothing new. And we, from time to time, reached out to the Commonwealth and got drafters seconded here, some of them have stayed for many years after their original secondment. It's a question of how you marshal the resources that you have at your disposal, how you inspire them to get on board and to really deliver of themselves and go the extra mile to ensure that Jamaica gets where it needs to go to. And I think that leadership is critical to achieve that, because you have to, the people who you're asking to put out the extra effort have to see you being willing to do it too. And that's, I think, how we would manage it. That's how we would manage the country going forward, to get us out of this slump, to get us out of this crisis.
Hey, I mean, you know what I love about Mark Golding? He's really honest about where we are at, you know. And he's really honest about the history of things. So he doesn't sugarcoat like the failures of the People's National Party and their contribution to the state of the country. What the JLP does, you know, is they obliterate any blame that they have. J. Brian saying, nah, look. Brother, me there catch and listen to him. I mean, I chat some back and foolishness already. But me not pay him no mind till me hear say some critical foolishness. Yeah, man. But him already a shift blame. And I try to take off blame off of the office of the Prime Minister. You understand? Me hear one little glimpse of that already in his speech, you know. But me not pay him no mind. Me not make him show me up how me talk about right that's all. Oh. Yes, he must celebrate 2 hours with me. Brother, don't try to waste your time. Ati, what's up? Good afternoon. Bless you, bless you, bless you. Alright, so that is one of the things that I appreciate with Mr. Mark Golding. He is really honest about where must we lead the opposition. He catch me eye now. He catch me ears now. The leader of the opposition only talks. Let me play Jamaica. Let me tell me, hey, how am I do? The leader of the opposition only talks. Many times nonsense. Oh, what this? Yeah. So this is a bashing of the opposition leader. Watch Marky tell
and takes home $27 million. In the last term, the leader.
Jamaica and Jones don't come with no substance today. Mark Golding, let me tell you something. Mark Golding beat Andrew Ones so bad into submission. This is how him come and try for defend in a parliament. The truth about him taking all our money when him say him never did want. And I try to put it on Mark Golding. Say Mark Golding get more than the Prime Minister. The same lie I try to tell same way Jamaica. This is what the man come with in our budget presentation. Mark Golding, 80% of Mark Golding money go where? To charity. This is well known. Mark Golding is getting the same money in his pocket that he used to get before. Mark Golding money goes into charity. Different charities. That's a fact. So the man come here and lie about this? Yeah. I know him a show shade. No, he's trying to show shade on all of the parliamentarians. Oh my God, wow.
In the last term, the opposition earned more than the Prime Minister. The opposition spokesman on finance stood in this house and said the opposition has no problem with the increase in MP salaries. A few days later, the PNP General Secretary put out a release saying they strongly object to the salary increase for cabinet ministers and members of parliament. Yet, Madam Speaker, none of them, with their self-righteous objection, declined to take their salary increase. None of them.
Let me show you Andrew Holness is a snake and a serpent and a devil. Let me show you him as a snake and a serpent and a devil. When him name Abka, Abka fits Henley? No, I don't saw him name. The one who deal with the road them. Have you guys ever heard the clip when him say them can't give back their money? Have you guys ever heard that? What Andrew needs to do is go look where the MP them for the People's National Party are do with their money in their constituency. MPs like Zulika Jess, we want to not get enough money from the government money. Him vex because him get beaten, so him come to parliament not to talk about the state of the country, but to try to defend himself because there's a lot of things that he has failed at and Mark Golding show him up. So now he come with gimmicks. It's quite sad, Jamaica. It's quite sad. It's quite sad. Remember, he was the one that said him not take the money, you know. And the worst time when the country need money, he might take all him back money and him expects nobody nothing. Hey, the man sick stomach, man. May I tell you, man. Him sick stomach, man. Him disgusting, man. And then here what him do first. I, the Prime Minister, Mark Golding, only talk because I have to deal with this ministry, that ministry, that ministry, and I have all of these things to do. So what I'm trying to do is validate, say him do so much work that him deserve the salary. But that is not so. Nobody never tell himself you go do all of them do something there when you have other people to do it. Nobody never tell himself to do that. You know why I manage those things? For fool him on a blur in hard pocket. Yes, and cover up corruption. And that him I do it for. But we're going to move on. He come with pure gimmicks. We can't believe this. Oh my God. The man bring cap. Oh, this is a disgrace. No substance. No substance. This is another 5-hour speech, you know? What it? Eh? The man come and after people down Westmoreland and suffer and them something that this man come with. Unbelievable. Yeah, hear this.
That the size of the Ministry of Economic
Julian
Growth and Infrastructure
yeah.
Development and its share of the national capital
budget
is a reason for slow utilization. Therefore, it should be deconstructed as a super ministry. The slow pace of utilization of the capital budget has nothing to do with the present configuration of the ministries. The cross-cutting issues of slow investment appraisal, permitting and approvals, procurement, and contracting coupled with a lack of efficient, well-resourced enterprise-scale contractors, is the cause of the low conversion of the capital budget into economic value, leading to greater levels of growth.
Star
In other
Girl.
words, we are an overly
No, Star Girl. Nobody go nowhere. I just a part of my
with
listen. Nobody go nowhere.
supply-side weaknesses which
Nobody go nowhere,
constrain
Star Girl. Nobody
our
go nowhere.
growth horizon. Despite these challenges,
Nobody go
it
nowhere.
must be noted that the Ministry of Economic Growth and Infrastructure Development, on average, has spent more than 97% of its capital allocation over the last 4 budgets.
Hey, Mary.
The opposition spokesman on finance would well be advised that in the 2022-2023 budget, the capital spend for the Ministry of Economic Growth and then job creation was 97.56%. In 2023-2024, it was 98.1%. In 2024-2025, it was 98.38%. And so far this year, having closed out as yet, we are at 95.59%. In fact, Madam Speaker, this ministry has stimulated, overseen, and supported the most sustained and robust period of infrastructure development since 1960, which in turn has resulted in the last decade being the most consistent and sustained period of quarterly growth in the last 30 years.
What? Him really I take 0.8% and I run with it? Oh my God, this is
I
terrible.
want to draw the attention of the House to the slide that is being displayed and to the viewing public. It's a very important
This
slide.
is sad, Jamaica.
The economy under the Jamaica Labour Party returned 20 consecutive quarters of growth between the last quarter of 2015 and the COVID interruption. Before that, the longest quarterly stretch was 9 quarters. So there is a fundamental change in the Jamaican economy. The only time that we have not had growth would have been the COVID impact and the burial impact. The beauty of this graph that is being displayed.
Jamaica, me not putting you through this. Andrew on his scheme and he's doing exactly what I thought he would do. Lie to the people. Those periods are not periods of growth. They're periods of recovery. And he's doing the same thing, but he's doing it. He's making the same arguments, but in a different way. So the argument is that he's making now is, well, we had Hurricane Melissa. Well, we had Hurricane Beryl. Well, we had to go through the pandemic. So that is our excuse for not growing the economy. So the growth he's talking about is not growth, it's recovery. Big up Rastan Ayman. Rastan Ayman I go, hey, me know say Rastan Ayman now listen to this, you know? After the first half an hour, we can stop listening to Andrew. I just want it on my platform for persons that want to listen, because I wasn't going to do it, you know. And I wanted to have it there on record. Because I'm going to dissect every single thing when him say, all I lie them when him tell, I'm going to put it out as much work as it is, ladies and gentlemen, because 1 million lies I tell right now, you know, and we gone half an hour. 1 million lie. Remember that other countries face burial, you know. They recovered their economy. So the loss that they had from burial, they recovered and went back to where they were. It is like when Edward Seaga did get the what you call it? In the 1980, when Edward Seaga had the reins and he got the debt to GDP at 63%, he destroyed the economy to the point where the debt to GDP ballooned to the highest it ever had been in history to 262%, a 315.8% increase from where it was. You see, when the PMP come back in and then bring down back the debt to GDP, that is the recovery, bringing it back to where it was. So you couldn't consider that growth in the economy. You would have to consider that a recovery growth because of where we were. Right now, before Hurricane Melissa, we were projected to go to the 60% debt to GDP. That is an acceptable debt to GDP to stimulate growth in the economy. Who caused that? It's the People's National Party did that. With the fiscal rules and fiscal disciplines. I put out a video today. I don't need to go and watch it on my own time. I dissected Andrew Owen's lies about fiscal discipline that he put out on his social media. And I showed the evidence depicted, not like this way I'm talking right now off at the top of my head. I showed the articles, ladies and gentlemen. I implore you to make that video go viral. I have never heard the People's National Party talk about Gilbert, a reason why they never get to grow the economy. Barbados and the whole of them recover from the economy and had growths that surpassed where they were when the hurricane came. They just don't know what they're doing. Or they know exactly what they're doing. And what they're doing is to bring down the country and keep the country down to a minimal of growth. So that the outside entities where them really work for can swoop in and take up the country. And have it right back in slavery. I don't know, that might be the initiative of the Jamaica Labour Party, the way how they're going. When they hear Mark going talk about the speed at which they need to ramp up things, Rasta man said the same thing. They need to ramp up the growth of the economy. They're not doing it. And they have the tools to do it. And the People's National Party is giving them the tools to do it with the ideas. Them not hide it because they want the country to grow. They want the best for Jamaica. Regardless of who is in power, they want the best for Jamaica. Them wicked star girl. Them wicked. Right? Over 700,000 people seeking work. Oh my God. You know what? Let me continue.
How could you be depleting the major housing agency of the country, the National Housing Trust, of capital, taking it out, weakening it financially, when there's this tremendous job to be done in restoring the housing stock of the country? That is what I think is the way it should be looked at. Leave resources in the NHT so it can be purposed to deal with the problem that our country is facing at this time. Don't deplete it of resources so that you can pay household.
Terry, me know say my chat, me I listen to him in other years, but me not to listen to him because my chat pay foolishness already and lies.
It's something that we
gimmicks in common today.
Gimmicks. Other ways that we could achieve this, because we think it's, in principle, this whole extraction of resources was supposed to last 4 years.
4 years
when it was first implemented, and it has now lasted 12 years. And the government has announced in the throne speech they're going to be doing it for
5 more years.
I mean, the amount of resources taken out of the housing trust when we have this crisis, really, of inadequate, affordable houses.
Wicked
on
enough.
top of the Melissa damage, it really doesn't make sense to us.
And you know, what I got to understand, ladies and gentlemen, in regards to housing trust, the People's National Party was very calculated, in their analysis, They got a recommendation that, taking out, hey, how you doing, Mandy? Taking out the NHT for 4 years would not, how would I put it, jeopardize the true intensive purpose of the NHT. So 4 years over 4 years would jeopardize the true intention of the NHT. Tiny, no, you can go to my YouTube page, Tiny, if you want to listen to the budget presentation. And how much people over there, more people over here so listen to me than we listen to the budget presentation. Me have in my ear still, as me say, and I listen to some of my thing them. But anyway, the NHT is really a sore issue. Let me go to the YouTube page and see if I get any more videos from that interview on the PMP page or on Mark Golding's page. Let me see. Oh, wonderful. Mark Golding put some on it. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you, sir, Mark Golding. Let me see which one this is.
Major housing agency of the country, the National Housing Trust of Capital, taking it out, weakening it financially, when there's this tremendous
Appear
job to be
nonsense over there,
done
chat
in
is.
restoring the housing stock of the country. That is what I think is the way it should be looked at. Leave resources in the NHT so it can be purposed to deal with the problem that our country is facing at this time. Don't deplete it of resources so that you can pay housekeeping expenses of central government. This is something that we've been committed to for some time, and it's something that we said we had to find other ways that we could achieve this, because we think it's, in principle, this whole extraction of resources was supposed to last 4 years when it was first implemented. And it has now lasted 12 years. And the government has announced in the throne speech they're going to be doing it for 5 more years. I mean, the amount of resources taken out of the housing trust when we have this crisis, really, of inadequate, affordable houses, on top of the Melissa damage, it really doesn't make sense to us. How can you be depleting the major housing agency of the country, the National Housing Trust of Capital, taking it out, weakening it financially, when there's...
No, what's wrong with Andrew Honest? Andrew Honest, the budget speech that talk about decolonization. The man gone back before independence. The man gone in the 1950s. I can't believe this. What a gigantic waste of time. If PMP can't walk out, PMP wanna walk out, bro. I want 7-hour speech, you know. PMP wanna walk out. On the left, bro. Just left. No, they left. The man that talk about 1950s.
How can you be depleting the major house? The fact that the IMF fund over us with a... We had before, we got 100,000 more votes than we got.
Listen to this.
Double we had before, we got 100,000 more votes that we had before, we got 100,000 more votes than we got the previous time. So the answer is yes.
Any rumblings of challenge, though? I've heard Damien say that, well, everybody knows it. That's
I mean, look, if there was a vacancy, then there would be, people might put their hat in the ring, but there's no vacancy, and I don't anticipate anybody's going to challenge me if I'm in the chair.
All right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you both so much. We appreciate it.
Jamaica, when you hear that? When you know, say, ask goal or go on, when you know, say, Dion Jackson Miller now play with the question, you know. I hear rumblings of challenge. When you see your Mark Golding big up. When you see your Mark Golding big up, where are you in him? Damian Crawford. In a parliament, I play, because I have a TikTok. What you say? That in itself
I've never made a video more...
When Damian Crawford say, he will not be prepared for what is to come and for what is going to be prepared. Yes. Diana, what are you doing? Glad me now waste time and watch Conjure. Joe and Frey, what are you doing, my darling? No, sir, me too love you know. Where they? I eat this? No. Where is it? Oh my goodness. I thought I had it here. Where it is? Let me see if I have this. TikTok, good day, TikTok. It's been a while. So, unless you're living under a rock, Mark Golding budget presentation is happening. And this man just threw shade without calling anybody name. This was funny. And if you're a well-thinking person, you will immediately know who he's talking about. Listen to this, ladies and gentlemen.
System. A developer may construct $600 million project. Hundreds of billions of dollars in economic activity each year. Yet they are disconnected from tax reporting systems. A developer may construct $600 million projects while filing minimal GCT returns and declaring little or no income. And I think some of us in here probably know about that. Argument.
Mickey, where are you doing? Oh, no, say Andrew my talk about. Hey! I can't bother Jamaica. Oh, see, tell me I eat this? Oh, man. I don't know what happened to the audio, but something did. I have to redo this. I didn't mute the audio. Straight unity over PMP. I don't know what happened in Jamaica. But this video messed up. Save and exit. Let me go back.
Double the number of seats that we had before. We got 100,000.
Okay, I played that already. The momentum is real and growing. So you know, say Mark Golding, them confident. All right, so this is.
Continue with you on all angles. Still have with us for the full program the opposition leader Mark Golding and the Shadow Finance Minister Julian Robinson. Just before the break, we're talking about the opposition.
I played that already. And I want to say happy birthday. Happy birthday to the Gensec. You understand? Yeah, man. What you say? Pull up the can again. Which period am I talking about? Hold on there. So you still a tell lie about Finsack? You still a tell lie about Finsack? Release the report. Release the report. Sure. Release the report and ventilate it. Look what? A bail, I'm telling you. Facts what? Facts what? No, Jamaica, I have to address this.
The facts in which Jamaica started. Jamaica well. The period between 1962 and 1972 saw political stability, the fastest pace of growth and development of the Jamaican economy, and the build out of our institutions.
Build out of which institution?
Madam Speaker, the period 1972 to 1980 of the Cold War era, the PNP government under Prime Minister Michael Manley changed Jamaica's political, economic, and social development policy and trajectory to democratic socialism, which also informed a change in Jamaica's foreign policy outlook. During that period, Jamaica joined the non-aligned movement and pursued relations with other socialist and communist countries of the Eastern Bloc, including Cuba. This was a fundamental and consequential shift based on an almost fanciful ideological aspiration. It placed us in the crossfire of a power struggle between superpowers, which was not in our interest and had negative consequences domestically.
Oh my God! Andrew Honest is a weak jellyback. Andrew Honest a sell out. I tell him, sell out the country already, you know? The man gone back in a Michael Manley and I blame Michael Manley for Jamaica being in a bad position because they never bow to the United States. Andrew Honest a real jelly. Him is a germs. Him is a germs. Yo, me not even, hey, me say, when Mr. Wayne Lonesome and Mike, hey, them a go deal with him, you know. Because them man, they live through Michael Manley time, you know. Them a go deal with him in Jamaica. No, this a man a got to go, man. The man gone back at Michael Manley and I blame Michael Manley for right now. So, because of Michael Manley, why Jamaica in a position where they right now? Because Michael Manley do something wrong by empowering the people of Jamaica. Michael Manley do something wrong because Michael Manley stand up and never crawl upon him belly. So this man is a sellout. Him is a house slave. And Jonas is a house slave. Unbelievable. And this is the lowest of the low. You can imagine Mark Golding, a white man, can talk about Marcus Garvey, and this man here talk about Michael Manley shouldn't stand up to the United States them time there. This man is a weak jellyback. Him need to go away. He is a disgrace. I am ashamed that he is my prime minister. I am ashamed. Oh my God, the man there said show Michael Manley under the bus because Michael Manley stand up on him 2 feet and not crawl upon him belly. Jamaica, what can go so? The man gone back in 1950s and 60s and Michael Manley period. I say I can't wait for God to remove this man from. Hey! No! I tell him I can't believe this young man.
This period coincided with the collapse of the Jamaican economy, our first debt crisis, the hollowing out of the middle class, and the emergence of widespread political and gang violence.
So Michael Manley is the one that caused the political violence. Not Edward Siaga with the CIA. Not the shower posse. Backside. Mighty God of Daniel. At this, Andrew, within a 2026, the people they need house in Westmoreland, they need shelter, the people they now go to school. And Andrew always talk about the decision that Michael Manley made to stand up to the United States. This is no, Mike Brown, this is not funny. This is not funny. The people they need to march, go up to Parliament now and run him away. And tell himself, come out of our country. It's a disgrace. I can't believe this. No, this really, no, Jamaica. I am genuinely, my blood boy, I can't believe Sir Andrew honest. Him go further than what me thinking could have ever go. No, you don't understand. Lying about Finsack is one thing. Lying about the man a revise history, you know. The man is revising history, you know. The man a put it to, the man a destroy. He's continuing what Edward Siaga and the CIA did, you know. After the man them burn down Eventide home, you know. If you try to tear down Michael Manley reputation, you know. Andrew Wallace is continuing in a political father part, you know. The devil I use him, you know. Jamaica, you don't even shun this man. If you see him on the road, you run going in the next direction. Don't gather when you gather. The earth might open up and take him in line. It might strike him. Tell me, I tell you that. This man is pure evil. No joke about it. You think a joke? Me say if you don't see him, take it left. If you step on the right, take it left. If you step on the left, take it right. Don't shake him hand. Don't take the money from him. Don't accept nothing from him if my going to want house, don't accept it Jamaica. If my going to want certificate, don't make no pick the accept nothing from him. Make somebody else give you, not him. This man is poison. I can't believe them wanna blame Michael Manley in a Jesus name. He wanna blame Michael Manley if he stand up on him 2 feet and not crawl upon him belly. So he wanted us to have a leader that is a puppet to the United States. Me say if me don't want nobody chat to me or vote for them people, you know. Me say don't talk to me. If you agree with this man, don't talk to me. You guys are house slaves. You are the ones that kept black people in slavery and helped the white man to keep us enslaved. Don't talk to me. You are not freedom fighters. You are not patriots of this country. Hey, me say, hey, Marvin, I got done him, you know? Marvin Edgar got done Andrew Wallace, you know? Selvan Evwagwan. Mighty God. Hey, man, I call Mystic Sensation. No, man, I call him right now, man. My blood a boil. Me know, but me I call him same. My blood a boil. Me have to talk to you, General. No, me have to talk to you, General. No, my blood a boil. My blood a boil. No. Me I call Mystic right now. No, sir. Me know say now watch him, but me I call him. Hold on. Sir Mystic. My life? A different topic you talk about. You know follow up Andrew. You know follow up Andrew.
No, a different topic not about. Yeah.
Melting pot. Mystic, my blood a boil. You me all call a melting pot.
Hold on. Let's get one minute. The man saying blood a boil. Since blood a boil, but we hear him now.
Hey, melting pot and the whole family. Wanna big up on the self Mystic Sensation family. Wanna know say Andrew Owens there in the parliament and I blame Michael Manley for stand up on him 2 foot and not crawl upon him belly in that period there. The man literally I blame the state of the country economically for the decision of Michael Manley make. This man is a puppet. This man is a weak jellyback. The man we need to march on a parliament right now and run him away from out of the country, you know.
That's no joke.
Me mean like right now, you know. Me say, hey, Mystic, me say, I want to deal with him, yeah, man. And you a melting pot. You not go hear it. Big up on yourself. Look more.
Right. Bless you, my brother. Bless you.
Yo, me say, the man is worst, brethren. The man is the worst. Me never, brother, me can't. I am. This man has reached a new low. Me never know say this could have happened. Me never know. The most beloved and cherished prime minister, leader of all time, right? We actually build generational wealth, give people generational wealth when they still pass down from generation to generation right now. A man we say first in study, make people go to school for free. We say no bastard no there. If man try to put on a man like that, Andrew Honest will go away. Me say I want to run him away from out of the country. Man is a disgrace. Yo, me can't believe this. Yo, man, wicked in the better. This man is so disgusting. Man, for go away, man. Man, for go away, man. Man, I tear down the country, brother. Eh? What you say?
Somebody are using man.
Man, for go away, man.
People entity are using.
Eh? No, yo. Hey, yo, I should even know. Yo, brother, I tell you some blood boy, I don't even understand it, man. The man, for go away, brother.
But them are using.
You can't imagine if you youth them right now, they'd have a Michael Manley right now. You think illiteracy would have so high?
Somebody jealous over Jamaica.
If Michael Manley went around the country right now, you know much more hundreds of thousands of people would have get house from housing trust. You know the economy would not grow. If Michael Manley went around the country right now, him and a demon for true. Johnito, him a demon, him is a devil.
Right beside Satan.
Somebody say it's definitely being used, mommy. Them agree with you. This man is an agent of the devil, brother. I can't believe after the man rob the NHT, something we never have to do. Something we never have to do. Hey, Jetline, I think a Julian Robinson alone mash up in head. You think a Julian Robinson alone mash up in head? No, Julian Robinson, listen. The same thing happened in our debate. Gaza, big up yourself. The same thing will happen in a debate, and the same thing will happen in the budget presentation. You remember the debate? You remember how Julian Robinson destroyed the entire Jamaica Labour Party by himself? He never needed two other persons beside him. You remember that? In a finance debate? Then when I contribute, but Julian Robinson was the GOAT. I would say this are the best performance in the budget debate so far. We see one side of Julian Robinson we never see before. And then here came Mark Golding, having Andrew Honest go out of, well, not go out of character, but show his true character. You remember when Andrew Honest disturbed Mark Golding when he was talking and he said, no, it's not your time, you cannot do that. You remember that? You remember that? For the people them on TikTok, I not even want to say this, but I just want to remind you, on the top of the screen there for me, let me get 50,000 likes in another live stream. It will get the word out. Just, please. Zane, I not even need to send me no gift. If you don't want to send me gift, you send me gift. But you see the like button, I just want to know, abuse the like button. Please. That's how I want from you. Just abuse the like button, people. He has nothing to offer, so he's talking rubbish and wasting time. I'm telling you, the man is... Yo, brother, can you imagine somebody scrutinizing Michael Manley for standing on his 2 feet instead of bowing? Unu see say them are the weapon they form against this country. So now the Cuban doctor them will feed them parents all benefit from, you know. Feed them family member will benefit from a relationship between me and Cuba, you know. He's talking about that specifically, you know. This is a new law. And that more than do. Because I know some melting pot in a blur not make that go so. When I say a while ago melting pot over there, rub them out. Because my mother is melting pot. Zine. No, they need to go away, man. You need to go away. Man, dirty, you know. Man is a real germs, and I mean, I no respect for him, brother. All of my respect gone for Andrew Honest right now. No doctor around here, I can't get no respect over here, so. None. I'm in a business who want vex, who no vex, I don't business. I don't business. Right? No. Me I listen it in my ears, you know. I'm kind of take it out because you see Odin become yourself black legal elite. Just admin the boss. Oh, I never see. You want to say something? Hold on there. Sorry about that. I don't usually do this in a black legacy. You understand? I don't usually do this, but I add you. Here what you say. Hello? Talk to me.
Manners and respect and ball.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, me are shooting for the life, man. You see me?
Yeah.
Me listen, me always come across your content, them and all of them something there.
Yeah, man.
Hear me have to say me general.
Yes, sir.
Hear me. All right. Me no want when me say it, you bash me or say me talk rubbish, you know, because watch you know. All right. Me listen to you talk all the way with your content, them and all of them stuff there, and me take in Marvin to take in Marvin to. You see me? Because I always watch him stuff with them. You understand me?
Yeah.
Me love Marvin energy. Me not tell no lie. Even when I live on him live and me really want the jihad me for me really say something brother. But
yeah.
What you going to know? What you going to know, my boss? Me tired for soon come out and it's like on a ball out on a throat hole and all of them something here. You get to me I come from? It's like say you on a sorry for Jamaican people when I really sorry for
themselves. Me know say that you come with you know. Me know say that you come with general. Me know say that you come with.
Yeah, and watch out to my general. Why me say this to me general? Because watch you know, them people if you try to save them Jamaican people, my boss, you get to me I come from is like say you try to save them and it not work out. when things come down to the line, them tell us say yo we did alright with it under PMP and JLP and now no come. You understand? Come
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
You get where I come from?
Yeah, they will do the same thing when they do Marcus Garvey.
Then that me I try to show you my general because watch you know. You see, alright. Me I go tell you this, my boss. Big man thing. You see Marvin. Me rate Marvin to the max, my general. And me I tell you the honest truth speaking. You see me as a young youth. Bolo. Cause what you know. Jamaica, you know. Me don't know how nobody else view Jamaica. You see to how me view Jamaica, my boss. Me I tell you how me view Jamaica from a different perspective. You see how me view Jamaica, alright. Take for instance, you have USA where them say are the big bad wolf. And at them are the superpower. You know say as small as you see Jamaica is, you know say Jamaica can run the whole entire globe, my boss.
Well, when I say run the globe, you have to put that in a context because me feel say how I would put it right is that we have a lot of influence and we can use that influence there for mortgage our growth.
Exactly, my boss. Exactly, my boss.
Yeah.
You understand me I say? And watch you know. In order for your country run the right and proper way, my general. In order for your country run the right and proper way, bolo. You see if you don't love your country and you don't love your people.
Patriotic.
The country now gonna move God nowhere, my boss.
True.
Therefore, watch you know. Therefore, Andrew Wallace don't love Jamaica and Andrew Wallace don't love the people. And watch you go on and know. My belief is, you see, because watch you know. My belief because Andrew Wallace, you know, I him run my constituency, you know. Yeah, hear me,
yeah.
Him run my constituency, my boss, and me can tell you this, my general. Me can tell you this. From me knowing myself a vote, me never vote for Labour right yet because from your youth I grow until now.
Yeah.
Me hear so much good thing about Michael Manley.
Yeah.
So when me listen all of them history when me get about Labour right and how can me go vote for a party like that, my boss? You get where me I come from? You get where me I come from, my general? How can a man tell us you're selfish better than education? No, you tell me now, my boss. How can somebody tell you say selfish is better than education? And yet still the Jamaican system put a man like that all for money for the national hero. No, you tell me if them people are
brother, the man need to strip Edward Siaga every honor. Every honor where him get. The man, after the man losing at 1989, brother, the man go overseas, go tell the people them say they enough invest in Jamaica. That is treason. That is treason. He must a lover of himself, not the country of Jamaica. He just want to maintain power, and I see him thing Andrew wants to do. Like father, like political father. I see him with the political son stay. Him even worse. Him even worse.
Bolo, me can't tell you this in a bolo. Me can't tell you this in a boss as a young youth because you see me, that's why I really want to meet Marvin in person because you see me have a lot of ideas, brother. Jamaica easy for fixing up. Jamaica is so easy for fixing my boss.
That's a fact.
And take out, brother, I always tell people this. Jamaica is too small for so much poor people to be here.
Brother, can you imagine if we cut the corruption in our country, how much money actually go into building the country? Yo!
Them people are some evil people, them boss, and tell them general.
Some
evil people, some evil people them. And watch you again, too, man. We tell people this all the while, you know. You think if Jamaican literacy rate is high.
Yeah.
You think them could have even the people themselves?
That's a fact. JLP don't like bright people. Because you can't control them.
Them system
They low me big up.
Them sister the country is a dunce population going my boss.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why them deal with the people them that we here, you know.
Yes.
Them sister the country is a dunce population going my general. So
hey, what's up, Sassy? Go through, my boss. Go through. May I get 2 more minutes to wrap up?
So therefore, what you have to do? You have to turn the people them in a menke and manipulate the people them.
Yes.
Because them come from
yes.
My God. Yes, me.
Yes.
Me can't tell you this in a bolo. Oh, me look on this thing here. Oh, me look on this thing here, my God. Oh, me look on this thing here. Oh, me look on this thing here, my brother.
Mm-hmm.
No, none of them parties are going to fix Jamaica. I can tell you that, my boss. None of them parties are going to fix Jamaica, whether it's on the JLP or PNP, my boss. You understand?
Why I not agree with that still? I not agree with that. I know that that's a sentiment among a lot of people, and you know, people have a right, you know, to them choices. I know say there's gonna be some people come here Marvin talk about you know, starting a political party. I know say I get only support. I welcome it because in the spirit of democracy, we are going to need a better opposition than the JLP. We don't want the JLP to be in the conversation anymore. Come up, more other young party then come up. We need proper representation on local levels. You understand? And it needs to go off of merit, not corrupted elections where people are buy out people. You understand? Whoever the people choose to represent them, and it's a fair and free election, we need to maintain democracy. And I know Mark Golding and the People's National Party is about maintaining democracy because they are for the people. So they are not afraid of having intelligent people like a Marvin and other people in Jamaica that choose to take up the mantle to say, yo, them are going to do for them part in what them see fit to help the country and build the country. So, me respect your position, you know, in terms of you would look to another way. And to be truthful, a lot of Jamaicans really are going in another direction there for the longest. And that's why we call it now, the election numbers are so low. They're like, what, 35% the last election or less? Something to that effect. Most of the people don't vote. But one of the things them that we need to do is to get that up. So education is important. Civics, PMP talk about civics being implemented in school in a Mark Golding presentation. That is important. So you understand how the government work and how you can make informed decision as to which one of those persons that is there campaigning for your vote. Who are you going to give the opportunity based off the plans that they are presented to you? You see what I deal with my general? So me not have no problem. I endorse that. I want the people them look and think for themselves and make their own decision. Me not there so I say the only thing me oppose is the JLP because them supposed to get a political barren land. They don't deserve no vote from nobody. Nobody with absence can vote for JLP. Nobody. You understand what I deal with? Give with it, Mr. Pattison from the third official party. Give with Marvin. You understand what I deal with? And give with PMP and anybody else, independent people, make them come and do their thing and present their argument and no vote for who no want vote for who are representing the best and we just work together, all well-thinking Jamaican. But the Jamaica Labour Party, they need to go through in one barrel and send down somewhere down Blue Mountain. Yeah, man, all of them just packed up in one barrel and dash them, man. Yeah, man. Roll them down. Figuratively speaking, internet. Not literally. Yeah, make your last point. Come here, go back to your regular schedule program.
And then that thing again too. You talk about the people, you talk about you want the population to increase, but yet still nothing in place. You don't put nothing in place for people to increase the population. You understand what I say? More of them people are more than one that wish school and you understand what I say? You get where I come from and then again. This budget where them are coming. How can you increase our budget in an economical crisis? No, you tell me that. Tell me if that make any sense.
It don't make no sense, bro, but me I go move on. Mrs. Smarty where me need for black. Mrs. Smarty where me need for black in the comment section and talk foolishness. But why me not go listen to the Prime Minister? Why me if you listen to shit? Him said enough for me if you not listen no more. Done with him. When me listening for me one time. Got you.
People like them who come in the comments, make the country now go nowhere as well.
Yes, that's a fact. That's a fact. But respect you, my boss. Look more.
We are not general.
Alright, that is it. Yeah, my people don't know, so I don't really put up nobody in a box and then wait, I just come and do my thing and talk. But that was a constructive contribution to the why him over here so listen to me? That means Prime Minister not say nothing. Oh, him reach on TikTok when him listen to the Prime Minister. And who send him over here? Who send the labor right over here so if you come listen to me? If you are a laboratory die-hearted, I can't help you. No? You are a lost cause. You understand? You're not going to listen to the truth. And when we show you the truth, we're not going to take it. We're not going to make excuses to the government. So why you come out here and listen to me? Go away, man. Me block him already. Go away. You understand? Right, big up yourself. Brother from another mother. Big up. You understand? Me say, people, nobody no depend on my life I listen to Andrew. If people ain't come and left. From then he start talking foolishness. Right now, him have a whole like cabinet over there, whole a film side over there, and them not even a knock film. Them barely a knock. Pinky! What's up, Pinky? Miss you, baby. How you doing? It's been a minute. Well, go on. What's up, baby? You alright? How's the family? How's everything? Hey, listen, Pinky Pink. We got memberships on this platform. So if you want to become a member, the option is there. The super chat is there as well. Everything on a normal YouTube platform that is what you call it now? Monetized. The options are there. Alright, see that? I know you haven't been here a while, so I have to tell you. Zin, bless up yourself. Magati High School is not even fixed up, and the man said he spent $64 million. Bolo, watch them kiss there. Yeah, true, you know. With their Mary. Mary. Thank you so much, Pinky Pink. Listen, Pinky Pink is a day one. Before I even thought about entering into political conversation. It's billion, sorry, 64 billion. Thank you for that correction. God is good. Yeah, so Pinky Pink is one of my day ones. Like before the channel reached 1,000 subs, Pinky Pink was here. When I had BOLO V&R, before BOLO V&R 2.0, Pinky Pink was here. The first channel, the basis. BOLO V&R was the mistakes and going through the phases of what you call it now, YouTube and understanding YouTube, understanding the algorithm. Bolo, did you hear Wayne talking about that woman showing the water bottle and saying Marky G lying? No, I didn't see it, you know. But Marky G is not lying. I don't know why people actually do that. I can do a video. I'm going to several corner shops. I'm going to several supermarkets and cash and show you the receipt for the water. Water is very expensive. It is a fact. Water is more expensive than fuel in Jamaica. Nobody is telling no lies. It is the truth. But this is what they do. They package lies so well and come out in defense of the government. And I'm telling you, these people are the weapon that is formed against this country. Let me see if I can catch that part with where Mr. Wayne Lonesome I talk about. Hold on there. Mr. Wayne Lonesome, hold on.
Good morning. Them in there knock. And then we keep what? I saw them enough. For market. Yeah. if you buy it up on the road, then nobody would sell it for $100. Them that sell it for maybe $70 or $30. Yeah? I want if it is that. That's about full. And a pipe about full. Your job to one of you boy, man. Go away. Only your people make them pipe, just go away. And that's the self. Yeah, okay? Let me play her first.
PMP come to the front of the line, cause you say
PMP come to the front of the line. Now PMP says she attack to you know. Look what she done. Look what she go for. Look what she go for. Eh? You can't go for, you're so dunce. That 2 liter water. One bucket said for $100. Two of them make 1 liter. It's $200 David and gas. You don't even know some of the airport are like $7 feet. How much is $7 US?
Hey Celine.
Over $1,000.
Celine, how much for a bottle of water? How much was it for a bottle of water in East Portland? At the corner shop. How much is it for it?
Yeah. You have some places where you get it for 5 days. You have some places more. Some places where the same.
Hold on there.
So you need to use it.
Somebody said PBS is deleting comments supporting the, that is supporting.
When you sell that, the liter.
The government is censoring the PBS comments. Oh my God, they are so sensitive.
You don't smart. Hear this.
Wow.
yes, no wicked and lies so till they carry $2 $50 water coming at Parliament, $60 for one of this when I going to the supermarket.
$60 for one of that when you go to the supermarket where people are going up.
I lie, she tell. I don't know where she get that from, about $50. Them the days they done long time, lady. $50 for what? Listen, at a bar, one of them water there for $150. Some places $200. At a supermarket, you are going to get it for $100. Mark Golding told no lies. Not one lie Mark Golding tell. Mark Golding is a man of integrity. But the truth I burn them Jamaica. Them hey, you see that speech from Mark Golding? Me not stop bring see, you know. We are say Edman. St. Thomas a 100 and 150 cachacha. Listen, that is the standard price for the little bottle of water them. You see the bigger bottle them, what me like to drink? You see them in a supermarket? You run up in a $200. And if you go a certain place, where like a bar or stuff, you get one of them at $3 you look pan. Don't get it twisted. And certain brands are more expensive than others. Alright, iCool water probably cheapest. iCool water probably cheapest. Me a water expert, then can't chat to me. Me not drink pipe water. Me buy back water, expensive. That's why I want to top up the super chat, ladies and gentlemen. Life is getting expensive. But anyway, and top up the cash up too. What may I say? Me not drink pipe water. I cannot drink it. It make my head hurt me because of all of the things that them having in it. If I don't boil pipe water, I'm telling you, it not gonna normal. Thank you so much, Pinky Pink, for the lucky clover. Zine. I hope that starts the ball game now. Guys, you can turn up on the gifts and the super chat. But anyway, I cannot drink pipe water. It hurts my head. Yes, Lifespan is the best water. To me, that's my opinion as well. But guess what? Lifespan gets so expensive. Ladies and gentlemen, me have to revert to that brand here. You see brand with look green something like that? Yeah, man. I have to revert to this brand of water because it's a little bit cheaper. Nothing want to go raise up the price. Jesus, Father God, and they need to take down the price too. You know what Marky G said? They need to take down the consumption tax and the GD and the GCT upon the water if they really want people to live healthier. You understand? Yes, it's at the 876 Blue Mountain Spring. This water is very good. It has the right pH and it's also a little bit cheaper than the other brands. Yeah, me can't, unstoppable. Me can't drink it. It's not that I'm not bougie, you know. I cannot drink it. It literally affects my health. So I have to drink real alkaline water. You understand? So I'm a big guy. So you know, say, you know when you have one big truck, you have to make sure say well align on them something there. Yes. You see a Portland then come from Diana? Okay, I never knew that, you know. Then they Blue Mountain there right there, someone then they see me here. I see me right there, man. Everything there right there, so you know. Portland there right there, so. Blue Mount there right there, so I see him area. But let me continue. Let me go to this.
A piece of shit. Plus tax. You're in a supermarket where you go. You're in a $60 fee when you go in a supermarket. Chat out for 2.7 million people, most of them live in a squalor. And live in a rural area where it's more expensive. You can't buy it. Eh? She got to this ocean dons. How much supermarket in Jamaica? How much supermarket people are going to shop? Can you reach man them go to supermarket? $60 when?
Try to take 2 pills with pipe water. Worst thing now.
Now when you go to corner shop or bar, we have more bars and corner shop and people are selling on the street than supermarket. This is how she does. What's the point? When you go in a supermarket, $60. Even if they get free in there, in reality, it has sell for $150 on the road.
No, man.
Two of them are $300.
No, man. All water is not the same price across the board, man. No go so, man. You have brands of water, man. You see water, a cheap water. I'm not drink it neither because it tastes like pipe water to me. That's me. Because my body is very sensitive to water. Certainly water them way have them thing there in them, yes. And in a purified and in a alkaline. Yeah. Hey, Jetline. My Andrew Honest look like him have dementia here. He look like him have one head sickness, like dementia. In a real life. You understand? Oh, you say St. Catherine speaker by? Yeah, you having too much all like something them, man. Oh, you say water, well water. No, me don't know about me can't drink it. Me can't drink it. Me can't drink water. Me I tell you that.
Some place, some shop selling for $100. So all them wicked and lie. Oh, you lie, that's the reality. That's the way water sell for. In a anyway, them keep sport and thing it dearer than that. It not sell cheap. In the airport, extra expensive. The same bottle you get it for $1,000 over.
Lifespan is very good.
But when they not stop, you saw them
thin slice, big up.
A PMP she attack, you know. Attack Mark Rolling and attack PMP when you come here. What on herself, you know, $60. Where she get this from?
Me no know.
You know, she $60 for this when you go in the supermarket. Eh? And then I show a big bottle when she refill it with pipe water. That pipe water, them refill them up with a filter, you know. Yeah? When we refill this, it sells for $300. You're big and tons and full. That buckler sells for that money and more. Some place at $200 per road. Yeah? That is the reality. What you mean the man lie and PMP lie? You saw them don'ts?
Don'ts.
Look here, continue. Hear what she say or something?
Them sell it back on the road for $100, right?
Then you fucking ass said. Them sell it back on the road.
No, what are they? Wait. How much people buy cases of water put in them house? Normally when you buy water, you buy it singularly, right? So that means you're going to go to the supermarket and buy a water. Mrs. Buchanan, how are you? You see, someone don't need to come off our internet. In terms of putting out content. This lady just said that when you go to the supermarket, when you go on the road, it costs $100. That's the point! You idiot! Where you going, man? One gigantic waste of time. You come do video and approve Mark Golden Point. Talking about PMP, come to the class, come to the front. Come to the front to what? The front at Dunn's class? Hey, you know, I don't know, Mr. You know some does it, you know. I don't know how these people are in his algorithm. You know, so them not find my algorithm? Me not like Dunn's people, you know. Them upsetting. That's why when Andrew wanna talk foolishness, we don't get mad a while ago. And when I tell lie, me not like liar. Winifred, what's up? I don't like liar. Art I love every time. Man, fi stop it, man. You know who me a wait panto? Outside a melting pot and mystic. Mr. Wayne Lonesome. Reaction. And Isabella got, hey, and Isabella watch right now wanna take notes and probably I put up a video. And Isabella got done him. Hot off of the press I got done him. Talk about my TV must have done him right now. Live as we speak right now, talking my TV, I don't him. Eh? Man, for going, man. Let's continue. Listen to this.
And the road was a...
Sell it back on the road for $100, right?
Sassy, thank you for bringing this to my attention.
They are fucking arsed.
No, sorry if you bad with them people,
Them sell
but...
it back on the road, and the road most of the water
Oh my God.
She flip all herself for she don't. Them sell it back on the road for $100, right? Fucking arsed. Yeah? If it's that cheap, then nobody would sell it for $100. Them that sell it for maybe $70 or $30. Yeah? Why? If it's that cheap, it's there than the liter there than the back of them there than. But she don't say it, you know. Them sell it back on the road. You see how much vendor you have on the road as a water, people?
Bingo. More water sells single than by the case. A people have money buy water by the case because them have a piece of money. So when Mark Golden was speaking, he was speaking on behalf of the people that can afford a single bottle of water at a time or 2 bottles, not a case. He's talking about those people. And when compared to fuel, 2 bottles of water, we make up a liter. 1 liter of fuel costs more than the 2 bottles of water. That's the truth. The man never tell no lie. And you come out and admit say the truth while saying the man lie. What? That is counterproductive. You kill your own argument. You came right round back to what Mark Golden was saying. That, yo, you see when you're not bright and you come on the internet and chat foolishness, is a different level. Because now you expose yourself to scrutiny. And worse, when you go criticize a man that is giving credible information, you should go away. Just log off. Big up Will Allen. Will Allen would say, just log off. Just log off. Kindly. And this has nothing to do with your gender. If I do one man do it, I see him energy. Log off. In a Jesus name. Go and read and have comprehension. Talking about lie. You might have a shop where you buy your water. You might have your house where you buy 2 cases of water and 3 cases of water. How much people can go Price Mart? And that elaborate them and chat saying, how much people can afford to go to Price Mart and just go and carry $200,000 and say, yo, you know, so I go shop and make that money a stretch for you 3-4 months in terms of where you buy a Price Mart and put in your house? How much people can do that? Alright, 16,000, me and Jerry Bryan talked about it this morning. $16,000 a month. A week, sorry. How much money that for the year? I could go tweet. I could go tweet, ladies and gentlemen, because I tell you say, you know, them not really think, you know. So you have how much weeks? Your times is 16,000 by 4. So you make $64,000 a month. Total. That no include tax being taken out. Zine? Times that by 12. That's $768,000. Alright. I'm gonna put taxes in total at 15%. So we're gonna divide this by 100 to get 1% of that money. Times it by 15 to get the 15%. So 768,000 minus by 115,000. 768,000. It leaves you with $652,000, ladies and gentlemen. So on average, every person that gets a minimum wage sees $652,000 for the entire year, not even $1 million. 650. This person I gonna take up. Where am I gonna find 100,000 from? Because say, all if you're in a partner, you have to pay rent, you have to pay light, you have to pay water. If you have cable, that's our next bill with the Wi-Fi. If you don't have Wi-Fi, you have to buy credit and put on your service. I still one bill that same way. In all of these regular bills that you would pay, where do you find money to go to Price Mart to buy things by the case? Which part? It is not viable. So Mark Golding was looking at persons that are the most vulnerable financially and looking at their realities because he cares, and he's saying to the government, do better for these people. You cannot give them more taxes. It's wickedness to do that. The hurricane just hit a while ago. We have the war in Iran. Fuel prices gone up. Everything is going up. When you like and share the video, guys, we can't get to 50,000 likes today, you know. If I even that on TikTok, you know, we can't get to 50,000 likes today. Tap up the screen, man. If you if you're on your mobile phone watching me, whether on YouTube or you're on TikTok, yeah, man. See there? What them say? I saw you go. Just do your finger like this on the screen. Yeah, man. Do that for me, man. Make we get to 50,000 likes. You understand? And share the video as well. Oh my God. Me I go move on from this lady and her water business. I'm going to tell you say a real madness here, man. You have to pay a bus if you go to work. If you don't walk, go to work. You have to buy lunch every day. Oh God, Jamaica. The money can't reach. The money cannot reach. Can't reach. Andrew Holness is making that money where people are making a year in a 1 week. And he's talking about Mark Golding money. Mark Golding money, Mark Golding never take. Mark Golding divert theme funds because you cannot give back the money to the government. And he was never the Prime Minister too. So I don't know why he's focusing on Mark Golding, talking about Mark Golding made more than the Prime Minister. What's the point? You just take all your money. So him really not make more than you. He come in a parliament today and talk about Mark Golding make more than him in the last year. No, man, I'm talking about his salary for the government. When you break down Andrew Holness' salary, he make like $600,000 a week. The same amount where the man they making a 1 year. We have minimum wage. How is he improving the lives of those people? Andrew Holness seem to, he can't explain his wealth. And then he doesn't transcend his skills of his wealth creation for himself to the wealth creation and growth of the economy of Jamaica. So something is totally off, and this point was made by Damian Crawford in an interview expertly. The man say, yo, the man didn't even, oh, him so lucky. Him got all in crash. Him not losing money. Him man say, him man clairvoyant. Him overman clairvoyant. Right? Andrew Holness overman clairvoyant because, or him clairvoyant because, oh, him know saying if he just take out the money out of SSL before it crash. Oh, that just coincidentally happened. Hungry man. Oh, that just coincidentally happened, sure. in Sassy. This man is, cash plus. Every single Ponzi scheme, Andrew Holness was a part of it. He invested in it and he benefited from it. When nobody else benefited, he definitely benefited. Release the Kroll report. Release all the reports. We need to know what happened at SSL. We need to know what happened with the people and money in a where FinSac was the solution because of the things that the JLP MP them did with all of the banks them when they open and I give unsecured loans. Edward Siaga forget say him did owe $30 million from bank US. I have the article on my thing right here. I found the article. Let me go to it. Let me read one little portion for now. Because we not ramp with them, you know. Wait there. The Observer article. Audits, no, that's not the one. The one with Siaga. I think I that one. Yes, Siaga to pay up GCT. The Privy Council, this was July 30th, 2003. The Privy Council and the Observer. The Privy Council yesterday ruled against Edward Siaga, holding that his firm, Town and Country Resorts, was responsible for the nearly 150 million unpaid GCT and penalties owed by Urchent Gardens, the hillside hotel it operated in Ocherios. 150 million. 150 million Jamaica. Right? That's one of the things them where Edward Siagani and Papa Pina. Zine. And then, what am I tell you? Let me just move on here, man. Man, they lie. Man, them too lie, brother. Man, them too lie. Let me go to Mark Golden here, sir.
The Prime Minister did not even hint at, much less disclose, the massive. The Prime Minister did not even hint at, much less disclose, his intention to take the massive salary increase that he claimed he had given up when the heat reached him after Nigel Clark announced this massive salary increase on May 16, 2023. Not a peep out of him in the election campaign. Can you imagine that in February this year, a month or so ago, we suddenly learned that effective from payday last September 2025, right after the election, the Prime Minister would be receiving his big salary after all. Madam Speaker, that is the latest chop. That is a real brogard move. It was a shameful deception, not worthy of the high office that you hold.
Where's the lie? Where's the lie? Andrew Owners come up and make big speech. Talking of Elaine, how you doing? Yeah, water there than gas. The money can't go no more, Doreen. TikTok active though. Winifred say, me have neighbors here and it's only one way, not buy AI. What? We buy one case. A small cool water. Listen, I don't want to start describe the water them, but enough of them water there I don't drink, you know. I need alkaline water. Enough of them are not alkaline water. It's not just water. It's not just drinking water. If you want healthy water, alkaline water, you can't buy some of them water here. Where you say the people them get soaked in a salt, pickle, you know. Hey, me say, Anthony, it not normal, my friend. It not normal. Yes, that's Saturday. Yes, my darling. Alright, so him say what? I cool in a Blue Mountain and she still come by water. She can't keep up. She have $28,000 for rent and light bill and internet. Mighty God. That are the other thing too. The housing market has been the housing market has been accelerated. Alright, so how the housing market work? One thing that affects the housing market is the cost of living. So I can talk from personal experience about this. Because the cost of living is going up, what the individuals that own houses do is want to raise them rent, because them rent is something to supplement them own day-to-day life, because they are entrepreneurs. It makes sense for them to do that. Yes? And even my friend that I helped the other day to move is a similar situation. The house is in a dilapidated state, needs repairs. But what persons do that own houses in Jamaica oftentimes is that, one, what I think they do is that they don't factor in money to take out of the rent money to deal with the maintenance of the property. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, so, and the other thing, they probably need to do contractual renting. So, alright, I rent it for 2 years and we see where we're at, and after the contract done, some people do that, some people don't. So the renting market, the people them that own houses, they do not consider money out of the rent. It's like you buy a car and you don't carry it to the mechanic and you drive it every day and you expect one day say the transmission not gonna go out. You don't expect one day say it go overheat. You don't expect one day say it not gonna burn fuel as good as it could because you know clean out the oil something. You don't check the oil like you know realign the wheel and you change the tire them and expect the tire them to just run forever. That's what a lot of homeowners do that rent houses. So you as a tenant now is there, you get the house from one pop down level because them never did do no real work that was needed to on the house to bring up back the value of the house in terms of the rent that they're asking for. And then price go up, inflation go up and cost of living go up. So they decide so they want to raise the rent on you while you're in the house. They think they can't work. No sanky no sing so. No sanky no sing so. So what them do now is them tell us say they want if you left them place because they want to get better money for them thing. So because of the cost of living, my point is this. The housing market has ballooned in terms of rent. Rent high almost everywhere Jamaica. Some places more than some and tell me where I told a lie. Me say rent high almost everywhere. So $16,000 a month. $16,000 a month can't do nothing. Me say PMP them a robot and Jonas over there on the PBC live. And guess what? Nobody. Them a block the people. Them a block the comments them from the people them we are robot Andrew. Andrew have his own personal team of protection. You know how much time I see in some nasty. Me I talk about it specifically nasty labor right them. I talk about Mark Golding in a worse way over upon the website and nobody no block them. Nobody no block them. PBC website man, the government website man. Nobody no block them. Dorothy, what's up? But no, them are black people over there. The people that are running, must be government people that are running the website them. So they are protect Andrew. Jamaica. You know, so I'm not going to stay for all of that budget speech. If Andrew pass 6 o'clock, I'm out. If Andrew only pass 6 o'clock in a budget speech, I am out. Me not stay 4 hours with Andrew like the last time. I was mad. Mister. You know what? All them there, you know, like if they are talking about road and Hurricane Melissa and Black River and all this there. Eh? So hold on there. You will subscribe to them? But hold on there. You're not easy. Sassy. You're not easy. You really subscribe to them? I don't subscribe to them. I just type in their name and look for their content. Because they're easy to remember. PBC and JIS. I know the government website there. Yeah, I know. I not play them again. I am officially done. As I say, I listen to look at something like that. So, but when I say I go through 1 year and I come through 1 year and I go through next. Him just attack gibberish at this point. He might talk about strategy and balance. Anyway, let me go to the next clip. So, at this born Andrew, this is how we born Andrew, Jamaica. The bro got chopped. The bro got moved.
Did not even hint at, much less disclose, his intention to take the massive salary increase that he claimed he had given up when the heat reached him after Nigel Clark announced the massive salary increase on May 16th, 2023. Not a peep out of him.
Not a peep.
In the election.
Oh, what call me now? Oh, Sassy. Talk to me, darling. Hello?
Hello.
Hey.
You know what? I'm not sure if I subscribed to them. I saw them in my feed, and I pressed that, the 3 button thing. And I said, not interested. But I saw them pop up like I did subscribe to them at some point. But that's why I'm saying I'm going to unsubscribe. Because I'm not sure, but I'm going to pull it up and double check.
No, man. Listen. YouTube has videos that they put in the algorithm based off what you watch in terms of the videos you watch and the wording.
Right.
So it has to do with politics. So they say, oh, you listen to Jamaica politics, so they would recommend the official Jamaican website that deals with the politics directly. That's normal, you know, in terms of how the algorithm works.
But anything green or here that sounds like it's defending that side of the world, I just blank it. I don't want no connection with them. I don't want to hear nothing about them. I mean, if it wasn't for you guys that I follow talking about them, I would not hear anything. That's why my sister cussed me and said, oh, you don't listen to nothing labor rights, but yet still you have all this to say. And yeah, I do. So what?
Yeah. Why? Listen, you see, when persons' credibility is diminished, you have to take a responsible decision. That's my philosophy. When you just lie, yeah, like I am in a relationship with a girl, and from the get-go, she's just looking to take my money and cheat on me. Why would I continue the relationship? Why would I see her anymore? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's what the JLP does. What you say? Huh?
No, I'm not for that. I'm not for none of that crap, and I'm not going to sit there and punish myself listening to labor rights. They make no sense. They can at no time convince me to follow them or support them because it's pure nonsense. And at some point, people have to realize that these people don't make sense, and they are feeding you crap. You can't have a man come out saying all the things he's saying, and I'm making us feel, I think, that we're dumb. Like, why? This is past punishment, and I don't know how much longer Jamaica is going to sit there like that. I'm losing it. I can't take him, and I can't take the labor rights. When you're sitting there in the house counting on this for what? What are you supporting?
Exactly. Cause right now, he might present promises, you know. Right now, he might present elaborate promises. But then when you look back on the commitments that we make, like let's give an example. He said that he would bring down electricity. That has not happened. Electricity has gone up every single year. Every single year.
Comes together or is now happening. Nothing. So how are you constantly following him and supporting him? The man lies to him and has been known.
The man is pathologically mendacious.
I don't know how people. I don't get it though. I'm not getting you Jamaican people right now. I'm not getting it. Because how you know this man is lying in your face? He's constantly just coming out repeating, and not doing nothing. And then it's still a support. And what kind of idiots in the born of Jamaica?
Boy, I don't know.
You remember the man Six Sensation said there's something in that bedroom?
What that?
I don't know. Like something weird is happening.
What I'm saying in bedroom?
You know, you're the man from Six Sensation the time.
No, you have to tell me sometime I miss some of my stuff, them, mama.
No, because you play the man. The same man that was talking about make the algorithm go up by calling him, by letting him know that he's uncertified. Don't you remember?
Oh, when the man was exposing some dark things about him in terms of spiritually.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
The thing is in his bedroom and in his office.
Yes.
You remember? He has two powerful places.
Mark Stewart.
So that's why I feel saying that go mad. Because all you have that in your bedroom where you're sleeping that over your wife. I don't know what
But Mark Stewart also revealed last year the stuff that are in his office, some dangerous artifacts in terms of worshipping other gods. I remember that. Andrew Honest. He says he's using Mark Stewart said he's using it to control and lock down the country spiritually. So the people them don't rise up against him and just take all of the foolishness we might go on with. But thank God that now control me now. Them spiritual they now control me.
One of his video pop up saying that the Chinese are paying off the man them down there to kill off their own black man so that they can start a takeover. Mark Stewart said it, you know.
Say that again?
Huh?
Say that again?
Mark Stewart,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
He said that the Chinese are paying off the black guys them down there to kill off their own black guys.
What?
So that they can get rid of much black guys and the businessmen them out of Jamaica.
Mighty God. That is a huge revelation.
Yeah,
Whoa.
he said it. I watched a video this morning. I can find it and send it to you and timestamp it.
Yeah, man. That would be nice. And when anytime you see those type of things, you watch them over, you know, you can do the same. Just timestamp it. You don't have to do it now.
All right. I'll look for it later. All right?
Thank you, darling. I appreciate you.
No problem.
All right. Wow. That's interesting. Moving on to the next clip of Mr. Golding. Budget presentation. Make we listen to something sensible, ladies and gentlemen.
Madam Speaker, thousands of Jamaicans are trapped in a cycle of debt, which prevents them from moving forward. They owe property taxes, they owe traffic tickets, they owe water bills, they owe student loans. Interest and penalties have often grown larger than the original debt, and they cannot see a way out. Providing a genuine second chance to these Jamaicans so that they can start over again is a powerful way to build back better than before.
Yes.
We should offer them a second chance for a clean slate.
Mm.
We would give people some room to restart and recover.
Yes.
We would forgive outstanding interest and penalties owed to the government on these debts. And we would provide a moratorium payment for the repayment of principal. This is an investment in economic...
What does that mean, Jamaica? Provide a moratorium for principal. What's up, Simple Pebbles? What's up, my darling? How are you? Hold on it. Somebody are passing some music. So what it means to provide a moratorium for principal on debt is that when you borrow money, you pay interest rate. The principal is the amount of money you borrow. Right? So what Mr. Golden is suggesting is, don't worry about the interest. Just pay back exactly what you own, and we're going to give you time to pay back. We're going to give you the time to pay back that exactly what you own. The other part of it is you're not going to be, what you call it now? Hey, you know what I want PMP do? You see when Andrew done this presentation, I want them to do a rebuttal in a press conference. People's National Party members, if you're not listening to me, somebody tag Mark Golding or any one of them, Julian Robinson, me know say right now, the genius sit down right now. Because the last time when Andrew was coming to a 5-hour speech, and the member said, Damon Crawford debunk all I lie them when I tell. Who remember me play it what they are? Who remember say that man debunk all of the lie them where Andrew Honest tell? Yes, man. I want them do a similar thing. Maybe they don't get to do it in the parliament, in the Senate. If they do, that's good. I'll be watching. But I think they should do it before Tuesday. I think they should do it before Tuesday. Yeah, man. I think they should do it before Tuesday, Jamaica. I want to think about that. I think they have to do it before Tuesday. But what he said right here about a clean slate is going to open up the market for and give people hope and revitalize the economy when they give them a clean slate. They do it for billionaires all the time, you know. When people have big businesses and them file for bankruptcy, it's like giving them a clean slate, you know. Yes, all the time they get forgiveness. So why them can't give poor people them the same? Remember, Mark Golding is a businessman, you know, so he understands how business works. So because he cares for the people now, he's using that particular humaneness about him, right, to give the smaller man similar opportunities as big corporations would get. You know how much time government right have big corporation debt because them a create job and them something there, and they want them businesses stay afloat. Listen, man. What do you think them do for the Chinese them? Talking about the Chinese them. The Chinese them get certain concessions because them are bringing in business in Jamaica. So why is it that the government of Jamaica cannot do it as well for the regular man? Why is it they can't do that?
Madam Speaker, thousands of Jamaicans are trapped in a cycle of debt, which prevents them from moving forward. They owe property taxes, they owe traffic tickets, they owe water bills, they owe student loans. Interest and penalties have often grown larger than the original debt, and they cannot see a way out. Providing a genuine second chance to these Jamaicans so that they can start over again is a powerful way to build back better than before. We should offer them a second chance for a clean slate. We would give people some room to restart and recover. We would forgive outstanding interest and penalties owed to the government on these debts. And we would...
So not only interest, but penalties. He would forgive them.
Provide a moratorium payment for the repayment of principal. This is an investment in economic activity. When people are freed from the weight of unpayable debt, they can start to build back their lives.
Yes.
Most often, they benefit from learning where they went wrong before and avoiding repeating those past mistakes. You won't get 100% improvement, but in any good idea, if you're getting majority benefits, and that's worth doing. Many will start businesses. Some will buy homes. They will contribute to the economy. Madam Speaker, clean slate is not just compassionate. It is economically sound.
Yes.
It is
yes.
It is another building back. It's another building block in the foundation of building back better than before.
I tell him, man. There's just, I'm glad what he did. You guys can go to Mark Golding's page. He broke up his speech into very small sections because there was so much powerful plans that was delivered. A clean slate, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, man, only hit up the like button. Thank you for those on YouTube doing that, right? A clean slate. Forgiving those loans and taking off the the penalties them and the interest rates and making the people them pay just the principal amount that they need. Me respect that.
Madam Speaker, I want to say a little bit about the draining of the National Housing Trust.
Mighty
this
God.
Year, we celebrate the 50th anniversary of the establishment of the National Housing Trust. It was and is a transformational institutional innovation of the late great Prime Minister Michael Jasper Man. The ill man. Sadly, the budget for the coming fiscal year 26-27 again includes non-tax revenue of 11.4 billion Jamaican dollars in the form of a transfer of resources out of the National Housing Trust to the government's coffers to pay its housekeeping expenses.
Rotted.
We must recall that this was originally introduced in 2013 as a temporary 4-year measure ending in 2017. It was written into the law as a 4-year measure. It was necessary at that time because we were at the height of Jamaica's debt crisis, when Jamaica was required to achieve primary surplus targets of 7.5% of GDP each year to turn the economy onto a path of debt 60% where it is now. Sustainability. Remember at that time the debt was not at 140% not 60% where it is now. And that was necessary. And it achieved that, and I must tell you, I was in cabinet at the time. We were all very concerned about it.
Listen.
An international accounting firm, independent firm, confirmed to us in writing at the time that the removal of the 11.4 billion per year for 4 years would not undermine the operating performance of the National Housing Trust because of the surpluses it had and the pace at which it was rolling out investment. That is the only basis upon which we were prepared to move with it. 4 years and 4 years only.
Jamaica, want to hear that? An independent international firm confirmed to them in writing that taking out that $11.4 billion for 4 years would not jeopardize the mission. I'm going to play it again. Would not jeopardize the mission of the NHT and its purpose. I'm going to play it again to show you how measured the People's National Party was. They really did not want to go there with to take out the $11.4 billion because they know it's a Michael Manley thing that. So they did the research. They did the responsible thing. You understand? This is a budget speech.
Sustainability. Remember at that time the debt was not at 140%, not 60% where it is now. And that was necessary. And it achieved that, and I must tell you, I was in cabinet at the time. We were all very concerned about it. An international accounting firm, independent firm, confirmed to us in writing at the time that the removal of the 11.4 billion per year for 4 years would not undermine the operating performance of the National Housing Trust because of the surpluses it had and the pace at which it was rolling out investment. That is the only basis upon which we were prepared to move with it. 4 years.
So the People's National Party did not intend to undermine the operations of the NHT. And the firm confirmed to them in writing that taking the $11.4 billion, them do the maths, Jamaica, them do the audit, taking the $11.4 billion for 4 years only, not 5 years, not 6 years, not 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 4 years only would not jeopardize the operations of the NHT. So guess what has happened now? The NHT operations has significantly been jeopardized by Andrew Holness and his government stealing with NHT contribution to fund the budget. Hashtag stop thief. No excuses, Jamaica. No excuses. Since as they're fiscally prudent and them are the best thing since sliced bread, why them never stop, take out the money from the NHT and fund the budget and grow the economy? And they haven't even grown the economy with putting in the $11.4 billion. Them is such a damn failure and a disgrace. They have not advanced the livelihood of the regular man here in Jamaica. All them do are advance them own a pocket. Sure. Pick up the PMP. I tell you, man.
Prepared to move with it. 4 years and 4 years only. And it achieved the objective. And Jamaica was able to discontinue the borrowing relationship with the IMF in 2017 at the end of our program. Despite those circumstances, the then opposition vehemently criticized it at the time. Vehemently. They even likened it to bank robbery.
Yes.
And the leader of that party, Andrew Holness,
yes,
now the Prime Minister,
yes,
said he would never let that happen.
Yes.
He said he would ring-fence
yes,
the Housing Trust to prevent its resources
yes,
from being taken by the government.
Yes.
And he committed to reversing it should he become Prime Minister. Well, he became Prime Minister in 2016, and they have proceeded to amend the law twice to extend it by a further 8 years. And in the throne speech last month, them said they're going to take it for 5 more years again. Oh my God, his words were utterly false. Utterly false.
Utterly false. Andrew Holness get exposed, Jamaica. Yes.
As Minister with responsibility for NHT, because NHT falls under him. This government has passed legislation twice to extend that extraction of resources each year for 10 years while they've been in office. In fact, since they came to power in 2016, they have withdrawn $114 billion from the NHT as non-tax revenue.
$114 billion has been extracted by the NHT since them coming to power, which was not necessary. Wow.
And this continued over that period, despite Jamaica needing to increase the construction of affordable houses by 15,000 per year to satisfy the unmet demand. And despite Jamaica having left the IMF borrowing program in 2017, they have no excuse for it.
No excuse.
Now the government, as I said in the throne speech, has announced that it's going to extend this again for 5 more years. That means that they're going to reduce the financial base of the NHT by a further $57 billion over the next 5 years. After a time when Jamaica's housing stock in western parishes has been decimated by Melissa, these resources should be deployed by the NHT to be used to rebuild resilient homes for the many thousands of households who have suffered varying degrees of damage to the houses. Many of them are NHT subscribers. This is not the time to be drawing the money out of NHT to balance the government's fiscal accounts. With a mere $30 billion, less than 1% of GDP allocated in the budget towards military recovery expenditure in the coming fiscal year, the NHT should be empowered and mandated to play a much greater part in restoring resilient shelter.
One Marky G, man, tell him, man. FinSac. We are going through them, Jamaica. FinSac.
Instead, what do I hear? I hear the Prime Minister retreating 30 years into his spin on FinSac. He will no doubt to seek to revise history to suit his desired narrative. That is a refuge of someone who has run out of ideas.
Run out. Tell them, Marky G, run out.
And Madam Speaker, he should have delivered the report that his government wasted over $150 million on and never delivered about that story of FinSac. That report has never been delivered. Madam Speaker, the Prime Minister's narrative cannot help Jamaica move forward in this perilous time.
Release the report. Release the report. Mr. Sorry, said they never put the part where and say release the report. They only put 48 seconds to that. Release the report. Bag of chatting. Release the report and make we debate it. Release it.
Madam Speaker, looking at the health sector, Jamaica's hospitals in the public health system are in a shockingly bad state. Corridors are filled with patients. Vital equipment either doesn't exist or is not in good working order. The staff are doing the work of 3 people each with the resources of 1. The crisis in our public health system has now been compounded by the decision of this government to terminate the Cuban arrangement. For the past century, half a century, healthcare workers from Cuba have served side by side with our own professionals in our hospitals, in our clinics, under a bilateral agreement that facilitated cooperation, and that has stood the thing. That bilateral agreement has been continued on the governments on both sides. At the time when our emergency departments are overflowing, when our operating theaters sit idle for lack of staff or bits of equipment that aren't working, when our nurses are immigrating in such high numbers, this government has chosen to send home a couple of hundred Cuban doctors and nurses who are on the ground working in public health facilities and serving our people. That is not building better than before unless you have something in place to replace it, which you don't. So I say, why not roll out a national health insurance scheme, beginning with full coverage for our most vulnerable? Children from birth to 18 years, seniors 65 years and older, and persons with disabilities. Start with them. This expansion of coverage.
Man are for people. Joan Sinclair, what you doing? The man is for the people, man. You see what the man I look out for? The most vulnerable. And after Hurricane Melissa, you would think that the government would focus on the most vulnerable and highlight, why, man, man.
Should be a cornerstone of building back better than before. If it can't be done in this fiscal year, then do it in next. But get started.
Get started.
We've got a lot of work to do it.
Yes.
We heard about some task force being tasked with developing the proposal. That's years ago, and not a word since. So much talk and so little action.
Yes.
You, Madam Speaker, you guys, your side, should prioritize functioning diagnostic services in every public hospital.
Yes.
Functioning.
CT scan everywhere.
No patient should have to wait for an ambulance to transport them elsewhere.
No.
For a CT scan. No parish should lack basic radiology capacity. We would ensure that every parish hospital has diagnostic equipment that is working, maintained properly, and staffed adequately. That is what a modern health system looks like, and that is building back better than before.
Right.
And we have this corner regional debacle.
My God.
Into its umpteenth year. I don't know how many years since that project started with a $2 billion budget. 20-odd billion. We don't even know the current numbers, and it can't finish. Now they talk about some dome as a stopgap measure. Well, yeah, great, but finish the project, man. We need proper accountability. Somebody's held responsible.
Yes.
For the mother of all overruns.
Yes, mother of all overruns. Crazy money they must siphon out from us.
Prevention is better than cure. And prevention requires accessible primary care. You should bring healthcare closer to the people who need it most. We will be upgrading community clinics, extending opening hours and installing better equipment. That is building back better than before. You need to restore morale in the health service by restoring respect for those who deliver the service. You should be compensating healthcare workers fairly and providing them with housing support through the National Housing Trust and ensuring that they have the tools that they need to do the job. A stronger, more resilient health system requires stronger, better supported workforce. That is building back better than before. Too many of our people are leaving our shores in healthcare and education, all the professions, because they're not being adequately looked at. And it just needs a proper retention plan with some creative thinking. We have come up with that. We've given them a load of ideas as to how to do that. No, they don't do anything. Just talk.
Just talk. Just talk. Sorry. I just got the link to the on the timestamp. Why is this? Slow up my thing, man. There we go. Oh, 134.
Is it like to wipe out? Bam, bam, bam. Look you. Hey, 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 hey. Come and break one. Somebody. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, yes. I know it. The Bible said, know the power of the living God. If it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be here. We would not be here. Yeah? But because we become proud, high-minded, treacherous, ungrateful.
Boy, Saturday, I don't understand that timestamp the way you give me. This was 2 years ago, but it not giving me a proper time stamping. So I'm going to move on.
Thank you so much for joining us for this edition of All Angles. I'm Dionne Jax-Miller. So we are in the middle of the budget debate. So we have with us the opposition leader, Mark Golding, as well as the opposition spokesperson on finance, Julian Robinson. Both have made their presentations in the budget debate. And before you all ask, we've already extended our invitation to both the finance minister and the prime minister as well. Thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Before I get into the specifics of your presentation, there was a point made in a discussion I had with Clyde Williams yesterday on radio. And he was saying that the whole process, he thinks, needs to be revamped, to be more participatory. And I was wondering your thoughts on both of you on that. Perhaps you first, Mr. Golding.
The budget process.
Yes. So in other words, he was saying people need to be able to have an input into the actual proposals as well as the budget before it's presented as a fait accompli.
Well, the budget call, which is what is sent out by finance to the ministries, I think takes place in October or that time of year. So that's when the process of compiling the budget really gets going. I agree that there should be more broad input, if possible, into it, especially on the issue of priorities, because I think that's where the public would probably have most value to add as to what they think resources ought to really be focused on doing. But it's a very technical and time-consuming thing, so the necessary procedures to make that happen don't really exist. It has been said that in the constituency debate that we have in the House prior to the budget process, that is supposed to evoke ideas for things that should be dealt with in the budget. But in practice, I don't think that really happens. So he has a fair point. I mean, deepening the democracy would involve finding ways in which the public can weigh in on what their areas of concern or what their priorities would be. But as it stands now, it's really driven by technocrats. You know, it's all about balancing the budget and finding ways to fund gaps and that kind of thing.
What I would say, I remember when I was last in government, we started an open budget process where citizens, we could break down the budget in a very simple, practical way. I believe it continued, but I'm not sure if it still exists right now. It's very technical. I think the jargon would probably lose most people, but I believe it can be broken down in a simple way that people can understand and participate. But right now, I don't think there is a lot of opportunity. The constituency debates don't influence what happens in the final analysis. I mean, the way the budget is structured, the Minister of Finance always has the closing where presumably you could take into account contributions made by the opposition and input from the business sector, etc., and make adjustments at the closing. In my experience, it is rarely done that you see major changes. Right. You may see some minor, but not major. So I would agree with Clyde that there is an opportunity to have more citizens' participation in the process.
Because right now it almost seems like we're not talking to one another. Not sure.
Well, we know, well, Dion, I would say we try to reflect the realities of what's happening in the country. I mean, yeah, there's a very technical side of it, but, you know, certainly coming out of the hurricane, our presentations were very focused on addressing the needs of the people who 4 or 5 months later have no roof, sleeping in car, they have lost their businesses. So, you know, we certainly brought that to the table in the recommendations that we made.
And I wouldn't say we're speaking just to those who are present in the House. You know, one is aware that it's a national event, the budget debate, and one is speaking to the nation. So, you know, in casting your thoughts and in deciding what you're going to say and so on, I think you're mindful of what this mood of the public is, what the needs are out there that you've come across and you've become aware of, and you try and reflect that as best you can.
All right, so we're going to go to a break. When we come back now, we start talking about something.
Nice. I agree with the gentleman. And, you know, Mark Golding spoke about deepening the democracy. He's always welcome. He listens to the people, you know. You remember when Andrew Holness was very, I think it was after Hurricane Melissa, when Mr. Mark Golding and his government suggested that, you know, you should get a, you know, I want to find it. Jamaica, bear with me. I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it. Because I don't want to misquote the suggestions of the People's National Party and Mark Golding. All right. Let me go down. There was a press conference where he spoke in regards to responding to Hurricane Melissa and how we would need to respond. I understand? I guess I have to go to the PMP live stream. Yeah. Videos. Only give me a second now, people. This man over here saw make elaborate promises about new hospital, Kingston Public Hospital. Where's the lives? Oh, you find the live stream then pan this up now. You just have to scroll through the reel them. Them do a live, man. What am I supposed to find it on them? Oh. Yeah, I'm supposed to find it on their YouTube. The press conference. They did a press conference. PMP press conference, live support. PMP press conference. Hurricane Melissa, see it ya?
The distribution into a man-made disaster.
Coordination and accountability.
Yet confirm that, though the media has been suggesting that it's a done deal. I hope it is, but we wait. Is unprecedented.
With Television Jamaica and Radio Jamaica 94 FM. I have 2 questions, and this goes out to
of Jamaicans who are suffering at the profound heart.
Over Trelawney, because the information that we're receiving from our representatives is too much not to share with Jamaica. We will speak again when you can ask us questions at the end of the presentation. But for now, please welcome Mark Golding, the leader of the opposition.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, Jamaica. Good afternoon, members of the media and all listeners. I want to begin by expressing my profound, heartfelt condolences to the families and friends of those who have lost their lives in this tragic hurricane or its aftermath. Our sympathies also extend very profoundly to those thousands, tens of thousands, perhaps hundreds of thousands of Jamaicans who are suffering at this time from the impact, the calamitous impact that this hurricane has had. And we are aware, of course, that there are levels of destruction. There's a large ground zero, as it's called, which is really the areas of Jamaica that were in the swathe of the hurricane when the eye hit in eastern Westmoreland, stretching into St. Elizabeth, stretching into the more westerly parts of Westmoreland as well, and then moving north into South St. James, parts of Hanover, and of course, Trelawney and even St. Anne. The rest of Jamaica has also suffered damage, some of it before the hit of the hurricane. And so we can't leave them out because there are communities all over the island where people are in a very difficult situation, whether it be due to no access with roads being blocked or breakaways, landslides and so on. Our hearts go out to all who are in this dire predicament now. Now, I would say that this hurricane and its aftermath represent an existential threat to our society as we know it. People in life-threatening situations of isolation and deprivation mean that unless relief can reach them promptly, and unless the necessary assistance can be found and distributed in an equitable and transparent manner to help them rebuild their lives, Jamaica is going to be facing very difficult times. And I think that point is not lost on anyone who is familiar with what is going on as I speak. In this context, we all need to pull together in unity to get Jamaica through this terrible disaster. This is a time to join hands and hearts, not just in words, but in deeds, so that the whole nation can feel part of responding positively to this devastating situation and the solutions that will help us to pull ourselves out of it. The opposition must not at this time be seeking to score political points as a political competitor of the government. This is not the time for the opposition to adopt that posture. And we are indeed trying our very best to operate in the spirit of that. On the other hand, we must point out where there are areas of need and what we see as the priorities in relation to those needs, where we see weaknesses in the response mechanisms that need strengthening or correcting, and we must provide, where we can, constructive, well-intentioned suggestions to help navigate the country through this disaster. We must also demand transparency and fairness in the distribution of all relief.
Listen!
The relief must get to those who need it, prioritizing those who need it most, whether they be of whatever political color or whatever demographic group they may belong to. They're all Jamaicans, and they are to be treated equally in this time without any form of discrimination or tribal politics coming into it. And we want to stand for that. There can be no place for partisanship or profiteering by political insiders or others connected to them at a time like this. It requires good governance, inclusive governance, authentic communication, and everyone working together.
Before I continue, my side on TikTok, let us get to the 50,000 likes for the first time. See there? Come through for me, guys. Wanna work with me? So let's do this. Same thing on YouTube. Yeah, man. Right there, sir. Big up me gift to them, but my side, we can do it. For the first time, we want to get 50,000 likes. We can do it, man. We can do it. Let's go. Let's go. Back to Marky G.
I now move to some of the things that I wish to propose.
Yes.
In this regard.
Yes.
I have proposed to the Prime Minister.
Hold on then. Let me pause, because I want to record that, you know. I want to record this, because I want to remind people, when it comes to the failure of the Jamaica Labour Party in how they responded to Hurricane Melissa, listen to the suggestions that was made by
I have proposed to the Prime Minister from last week, Wednesday, that he should establish and everyone working together. I
What's up,
now
Sophia?
move to some of the things that I wish to propose in this regard.
Yes.
I have proposed to the Prime Minister from last week, Wednesday, that he should establish a broad-based task force to be given the responsibility of governance oversight,
and the
how it is dealt with, how it is distributed, not to manage that process on a day-to-day basis, but to provide oversight to those who are managing it. So there's some accountability for how it's done, and that accountability is being held by a broad-based group that can enjoy the support and confidence of the whole society, especially those who are suffering terribly now and no doubt fear that they may not be treated fairly or they may be ignored or overlooked in the response of the state to the crisis. I also think there needs to be a clear command structure for the actual day-to-day management of the response to the relief. And that should be led, in my opinion, by professionals in disaster management, not by politicians who do not know the ins and outs of responding to a disaster of this magnitude. And we should not be shy of seeking international support and help from persons who have career expertise and experience in this regard. Thirdly, we're going to need a Marshall Plan, a well-funded, broad-based plan for the rebuilding and reconstruction of large swathes of Jamaica which have been ravaged by this hurricane. That plan cannot be developed today, but it is vital that we prepare such a plan and that it have the inputs of persons who have the necessary skills and experience and knowledge to design a comprehensive, workable plan that can be executed efficiently and that can have the confidence of our international partners we are going to rely on heavily to provide the financial support for this. And in terms of more specific recommendations now, I have asked the Prime Minister to make an additional allocation of resources to members of Parliament.
I bless your child.
So that they can mobilize communities and contractors to help with the cleaning up of communities that are currently in a state of devastation.
Thank you.
Clearing roads where necessary, cutting trees and the like. Until that allocation is made, members of parliament are unable to respond to the needs of the people unless they happen to have some personal resources or access to dealing with it outside of the public system. And many do not have that. I would also say that the process of engaging contractors to do that kind of work should be simplified and made easy for members of parliament, especially in those areas where there's very limited connectivity and where following the normal bureaucratic processes that are required would be very challenging or impossible for members of parliament. If contractors have a TRN, whatever the allocation is, there should be invoices, and those invoices can be submitted, but the work should be able to begin. Secondly, we note and agree with the...
Hey, salute to Blessed Child becoming a title gifter for the first time. Hey, everybody, this is the opportunity. No, there's no better time than now to become a title gifter for the first time, guys, all right?
Decision to suspend the imposition of import duties and import GCT on disaster relief items coming into Jamaica. However, we believe that the period for which this has been announced is too short, because the time it takes to mobilize funding and make the necessary procurement abroad, the logistics, etc., of getting it shipped to points on land where they can then be shipped or flown to Jamaica takes some time. And to have it cut off by the end of this month is too short. And it's also not clear from the announcement that was made whether goods in transit to Jamaica will get the benefit, even if they haven't landed here at the time of the expiry of the window. I'm suggesting that we recast that window in a way which is more realistic, given the situation that we face. I also think we need an evacuation plan urgently for persons who are without shelter. That needs to be well thought through so that persons can be moved to places of safety where whatever form of accommodation can be erected to support them, whether it be tents or something else that can be put in place, and they can have access to the basic means of survival in an organized way. And that is necessary because right now we have people, many Jamaicans who are exposed to the elements, including babies, including children, including the elderly, including persons with disabilities, and they need to be moved to accommodation which protects them from the ravages of the elements going forward. Those are my thoughts, and I'm now going to hand over to the next MP who is going to address more specific concerns in their particular constituency. I thank you.
Jamaica, you know say Andrew One still attack Michael Manley? The man just chat and bag of shit a while ago. No.
First experiencing, interpreting, you get a fuller experience. Michael Manley. You're listening. When they destroy the road. Yes. Madam Speaker, it is a great pain to me to drive on some of our very important urban roads, arterial roads, and you see the wanton spillage of concrete.
I got you.
It's as if they do it with impunity. Well, I am putting all of those persons who are spilling concrete on our roads on notice. When the NARA is established, you will be prosecuted. The One Road Authority. You're listening. The One Road Authority. Because that entity will also have the power to
So him say when the Nara, but on a Nara, somebody from the PNP have to tell him, say, no, you mean this authority. You can't walk in a Michael Manley shoe, but listen to this.
Secure. Madam Speaker, I want to turn very quickly to housing. This year, the National Housing Trust marks its 50th anniversary. The NHT has stood as one of the most enduring and consequential institutions in Jamaica's development architecture, a testament to the vision of former Prime Minister Michael Mann. Hear the man.
But look here, the hypocrite them over there. Once Madia beat the bench. And them a say, hear the man. Them is so disgusting. As some germs, them, you know. They must say, hear the man in such a hypocritical way once Madia knock the bench. Eh?
As I said, he did some good things, but we should also note, because you know the member from St. Andrew Southwest, Southeast, saying, well, if you're going to talk about history, you must talk about it completely. You must give the full story. Right. So the full story of the NHT is that, of course, the idea to create the NHT was that of Michael Mann. But the NHT was, as you would know, no, I was there. Of course I was. No, but history is not for the people who live it, it's for the people who read it.
What kind of foolishness Andrew attack? That's like saying, not because you're born in a Jamaica, that means you're a Jamaican. A bare foolishness in chatting. History is not for the people who live it. The persons that experience it is the one that have. They are the foundation of history. So you can't trick them. You can't spin it in a book and a narrative. You're talking about histories for those who read it. You see, this is a narrative of a liar, you know. So I reshape narrative and history, you know.
So no, you read it. You have to read history. You have to read history, because you know the truth is, leader of the opposition, you know, there are people who live the experience, right? But when they actually read it, they say, but it's different, because when you have to sit down and put everything into context and bring things into consideration that the person experiencing it would not be able to interpret.
How the person who experience it is not able to interpret, but you will write it, able to interpret the context of what them when I live through. Want to this baboon here, man? Why am not going, man? Why am not just go away? Yo, I'm finding it very difficult to not dislike this man, you know. I'm finding it very difficult not to hate Andrew Honest, I should say. I'm very close to hating Andrew Honest. I get on my nerves now, man.
When you're reading the analytic of the event. But Madam Speaker,
reading the analytic of the event. So how the analytic of the event for outweigh the person who actually went through the event. You have to hear their experience to know what the hell happened. Unless you have one camera upon them when they get the experience, you have to go through for them eyes, for them describe to you.
Point is that the NHT was formed out of the NIS. Yes. In other words, the fund that we created, the National Insurance Fund, which when we created, the PMP objected to it, turned it around, called it sin, never wanted it to be done. So now what happened is that, of course, the initial establishment of its structure and the funding came from the NIS. So, I mean, it's just a part of the context of the NHT. But
so Andrew Holness want to take away. What the hell is going on? The man are trying to take away the glory of Michael Manley. to suggest that the NIS is where the NHT started from. You don't want a wickeder man than this? This a man that can't be trusted.
To the credit of former Prime Minister Michael Manley, this is an institution that has served Jamaica well. Madam Speaker, when Hurricane Melissa struck, the NHT did not wait. It moved quickly. This deductions and taxes that the NHT, its expectation that those funds will be used for housing. The NHT. Surrounding the annual transfer from the NHT to support the budget. The opposition has made much covering developments in St. Catherine, Trelawney, Manchester, Clarendon, Westmoreland, St. Thomas, St. Mary, Kingston, and beyond.
Unknown, big up.
Madam Speaker, I need to directly address the public debate surrounding the annual transfer from the NHT to support the budget. The opposition has made much of the annual 11.4 billion transfer from the NHT. In the face of fiscal pressures created by Hurricane Melissa, the government had no realistic alternative but to extend the drawdown.
Why you think you don't have no realistic? Because you don't know if you manage the economy. You don't grow the economy. That's why you never did have no choice. That's the point. You guys have mismanaged the economy. Selling out future assets. A be a stutter, a stutter. You not ready.
Were the drawdown to be discontinued, the 11.4 billion would have to be found elsewhere, resulting in additional taxes beyond those announced.
So Andrew Holness just admitted that his government have no ideas. According to him, the 11.4 billion, if not taken from the NHT, would mean additional taxes for the people. Didn't he listen to Julian Robinson's speech, budget debate, about how to get money elsewhere? Wow.
Fully acknowledge that the Jamaican workers contribute to the NHT with the expectation that those funds will be used for housing. That expectation is legitimate and the government takes it seriously. But we have...
Brother, you can't tell me say you take it seriously and I take out the people and money so much years now. And every year hurricane come. You guys have been feeding off the NHT after the 4 years them when it's supposed to end. You are a flip-flopper. And you can't use Hurricane Melissa for the extraction of the NHT. You are lazy. Your government is lazy, incompetent, and prideful. The PMP are going to the solution them and you don't want to take them. You stay wrong and strong.
To be clear on what the real challenges are and how to solve them. First, let me give some deeper insight into the $11.4 billion. $11.4 billion is the gross amount that the NHT transfers to the government, gross. This is net off against the statutory deductions and taxes that the NHT itself is obliged to pay to the government. Technically, therefore, the government gets approximately $7 to $7.5 billion net from the NHT. I think that is a very important contextual element of the problem.
So hold on there. So now, him a come talk about contextual. So him never know the contextualness of it. When he went to talk about say the PMP a rob. When him do it, it's contextual. But when the PMP a take the money because of what the JLP do years before for mash up the economy, it's not contextual. It never was doing something temporarily. You are doing it permanently now. And telling us about it contextual. Hey, let me tell you something. Father God, I couldn't have done it. I couldn't have been you. Because if I was God and I heard this in heaven from Andrew Holness just lying, Would have just give him one nice hard juke feeling in him blouse and skirt art. Just one sharp juke. Choke him from upper heaven and for him stop tell lie. If me when I got that I would have juke him with that. Like, you know, that feel like one nigga. Yes, man. Him too much now, man. Him too much now, man. Him too much now. Him too much now. What you say? Sassy say, would I give him a lightning bolt? No, lightning bolt would I kill him. I not try to kill him. But would I make one smash? They know that sharp feeling. So him rethink when I say what time out. Yes, man. One sharp joke. Yeah, brother, you man fi stop it, brother.
No, every year. So because sometimes we run with the headlines, but we.
Then Andrew, no, you dirty Andrew run with headline at all about say people are robbed. PMP are rob the people them. It's like sticking up a bank. Now you said that at your headline. So what you're talking about run with headline? Like nobody a tell lie upon you. We can't play the tape, we have it over and over, you're not going anywhere. You made a commitment. You're not a man of your word. You don't have no integrity. You're a flip-flopper. And that is just the truth. And no matter where you say that now change. Unu type Mr. Flip-flopper in the comment section. Unu type Mr. Flip-flopper in the comment section, Jamaica. Him a lie body no Dolores. Mighty God.
We don't really look at the details. All right. Second, the NHD remains a solid, well-capitalized body that is not a fiscal risk to the government. The NHD...
What does that even mean? The NHD is not a fiscal risk to the government? Who made that argument that was a fiscal risk? What is he talking about? Him just a talk. Who made the point that the NHT is a fiscal risk to the government? Mr. Uncertified Flip-flopper. You know, and that's what I'm going to use every single time when I put out an actual video with him about him. Mr. Uncertified Flip-flopper. Thank you so much. Sassy D is to get credit for that name. Ladies and gentlemen, anytime you see Andrew Onis in a real life, Mr. Uncertified Flip-flopper. Yeah, man. Shout it out loud. Anywhere you see him. Because that's exactly what he is. Mr. Uncertified Flip-flopper. My God.
Has not in any way been impaired in its ability to satisfy.
That is a lie. That is a lie. According to Andrew Onis, the NHT is not impaired in any way to do its job while him still a take out the $11.4 billion outside. You know what that tells me, ladies and gentlemen? That they have no intention to stop taking out the $11.4 billion. We have to get them out. We have to get them out. The man them not have no intention to stop, and we reach 50,000 likes on TikTok for the first time. Big up on yourself. Thank you so much for the support, ladies and gentlemen, and on energy hitting the like button. Right? The man them not have no intention of stopping to take out the NHT money. The same money where Andrew wanna say, I rob the PMP when I rob the bank. And I stick up the bank and I take up people money. So him now not have no intention to stop rob the Jamaican people. Them. What a criminal. Based off of his own narrative. He is a criminal. So we have to put Mr. Uncertified Criminal Flip-flopper. We have to add that to it. We have to add it to it. Mr. Uncertified Criminal Flip-Flopper, based off of his own narrative what he put out years ago, talking about headlines. He is the one that put out the headlines. Mr. Uncertified Criminal Flip-Flopper. Tired of you know, man. Hear the man. Hear the man.
He has not in any way been impaired in its ability to satisfy demand for mortgage loans, even at 0%.
Jamaica, the other day, my niece from another mother, the Bono no Smalik, when I went on Thursday to go and help to do the moving, that Thursday, the last week Thursday, yes, I was shocked, Jamaica, to hear her grosses where the NHT is concerned. I don't know how many of you watched that live stream, but she was talking her own lived experience with the NHT. Zine, Mark Golding, earlier I played it. I don't want to play it again because I don't want to lose this part right or so. Mark Golding earlier said that a firm, an independent firm in the United States said, based off the surpluses of the NHT, taking the $11.4 billion every year for 4 years, for just them 4 days alone, would not jeopardize the operation of the NHT. So if the man might do it for what? 12 years now, obviously it's jeopardized. Andrew owners really are trying to convince people say it is not jeopardized. Like I said before, Jamaica, them now stop thief the money from the NHT. Andrew owners does not plan to stop thieving the money from the NHT. We have to get him out. People in a Westmoreland need house. Even if he was telling the truth that it's not messing up the operation of the NHT, guess what? There's a higher demand for persons that need what? The money where them put in to get back some out of it so them can get a house and a roof over their head through the NHT. What is this man talking about? How can he justify, even if what he's saying is true, how can he justify taking out that money after Hurricane Melissa? When you see that man in a business about the poor, Jamaica, hey, the brother we company live earlier, the man said, Jamaica.
Interest rates.
The man said, Jamaica, Jody, what's up? You, the people of Jamaica, need to rise up and wise up and move this man out of government. Demand this man to go away. The man is this. The man has suffered the people, you know. And the man come and a positive thing like say, yo, Jamaica. No man, no. You see, I want to big up Isaac Buchanan. Isaac Buchanan said it. When you go, the speech him did have when they deal with the meeting down at East Portland, when they took away the socialists, you didn't say anything, and now there's nobody left to defend you. So because it's not happening to you, my point is, you're not ball out. Animal laugh on top of it too, you know. Exactly. Why you pay NHT not sexy? For Andrew rob with money. Daily Morris, big up. Why, this is unreal, man.
To further improve the cash flow under the external financing mortgage program, NHT contributors can access their NHT mortgage through approved partner institutions instead of going through the NHT itself. The NHT's portion of the loan attracts its usual NHT interest rate, even though the loan is processed externally. Furthermore, there has been no issue, very important point, Madam Speaker, There has been no issue of misuse or mismanagement of any NHD fund under my administration.
Nobody, we don't know about that. We don't know about that. We don't know about that. Your government is corrupt. That's what you are saying. We don't know about that. Talk about the $3 trillion that is unaccounted for. 3 trillion plus under your administration. How can he say that? The 11.4 billion is going into what? The consolidated fund. So how can you directly say that the NHT fund has not been misused and no corruption not there? I won't take people for idiot, you know? Just like how he cannot be certified. Just like how he can't tell me how we making money.
Like the outer many scandal under the PNP.
Yeah. Outer many scandal at the PNP.
Talk about corruption.
Yes.
If the funds.
Andrew, I should have shamed myself. You talk about rural read where you got prison for thief the money from sitting there. And you talk about corruption where thief the people them juice money. And where the backside I go? No, Judy. The Auditor General need to go. Thank you very much. For audit, but the Auditor General is very busy, you know, ladies and gentlemen. She and her team is very busy. They are not just sitting around. She work hard. I think they need to raise them pay. She's working, they are under-resourced. She's working very hard. I want to pray for the Auditor General. You hear me say? And pray for that team there. They are working very hard, Gloria and Jody and Dahlia. Very, very hard, Sassidi. Zane, pray for them people, our team, pray for them. Them standing upon them integrity, them do them job, I want to pray for them. What you say about Bolo? Every day I keep asking myself, oh, JA people really make Andrew condemn. Then what has the JLP done out of many? I don't understand what that is about, you know.
If the funds remained with the NHD, they would largely have been invested in government securities and sat on the balance sheet as lending capacity, waiting for projects that too often do not materialize.
So Andrew Oles is now, after him say, PNP a thief the money from the NHD. He is now telling us that the money would just be sitting there not being used for much. What the hell can go so? You know, so Mama Sandy sent me a invite and I never did see it till late. Mama Sandy in that place, send her an invite. The man I try to tell we say the money in the NHT would have slung on an idle and he might use it to do something constructive. Me mama print. No man. This man is a pathological liar. This man is pathologically mendacious. Me can't believe this. People wanna hear him. Wanna hear him.
It as lending the NHD, they would largely have been invested in government securities and sat on the balance sheet as lending capacity, waiting for projects that too often do not materialize.
So what I tell we say is that his government is such a failure that they would have the NHT money not being used what it's supposed to be used for. Them not have the creative mind to accelerate the NHT or improve the NHT, according to him, you know. Him not have the capacity, you know, to improve the NHT, to maximize the funds them, to use it for its purpose. The money would be sitting there not doing anything. So yeah, man, me just thief the money to put it in the budget. Me rob the investor them. Trying to cover for the robbery of the last 10 years under his administration. Mighty God. Hey, the man they are talking about Nara not even accelerate, not even. There's no people in Nara. Nara is a concept that has not been materialized. This man is a flip-flopping, promise, commitment, breaker. Him just make these elaborate arguments, oh, we're going to turn Portmore in a Las Vegas or wherever. Portmore is going to become this. Now, I have no people in there.
Not because the money is out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. How much was the water? Yeah. 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 Andrew Honest coming to Parliament to talk about the water $44. You mean if Uno we buy water by the case? Yeah. Yeah. Nobody now watch the live, you know. The people entitled to hear foolishness. So, hold on. Andrew Honest, are you on NWC water? Why you come to Parliament to advertise NWC water? Andrew Honest say NWC water is about $20. Andrew Honest say, hey, don't trust the water there, no. Uno don't drink the water there, no. Anything when Andrew Honest endorse, uno don't get involved in it, you know. Shun the very appearance of evil. Do not drink that water, Jamaica. Me say, do not drink that water. You hear me say? Alright, me now hold on me that going and talk. Don't drink that water. But NWC water. Watch out. I say either talk about Avian. Avian cost more than $100.
But because one, we do not have enterprise scale contractors in sufficient numbers. That's reality. Number two, we do not have large swathes of developable land that is close to where people want to live or where sufficient infrastructure exists so that all that is required to do is to put in the last mile.
Andrew Honest come with big gimmicks in our Parliament. Are them alone I'm using, no?
This is why we are building new roads to open up new lands for housing.
Let's come off for this here, man. Maybe I hear. Yeah, man, I not play no more. Maybe I hear what my niece say. Maybe I hear what my niece say. Last week, Thursday. I did do 2 short live. Mark, Dr. Bishop Mark Stewart, big up. Tell the Jezebel good morning. Good morning. Morning. Hold on, my people. I don't say that channel I'm going to do it, pan. Yeah, man, BOLO V&R clips.
Start your mornings with a special chair Tai Chi program focused on muscle strength building. Adapt.
Like and share the video. There she is. There she is. We just have peace. You know, can we just have...
And then the majority of it, you have to spend money out of your pocket before them give you the money. And then them reimburse you after.
Listen to this, Jamaica. Walk on Twitch. Listen to my niece. I never know so she do so loud. Baga. Right. We talk about these things all the time.
No, that's no. What we gonna do?
Man, hey, I've been beating that drum on my platform for days. Mighty God. No, Malik works on me. Malik said if you put Andrew on island alone and bomb that the island there. Not my word. That is how upset she is with the government. I have never spoken to her about politics yet. The day when we go, if you go do the, you know, help with the moving and so, listen to your argument. The way I deal with No, what are they? No. Yo. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I need to get her on the show. Malik said we put Andrew Power Island by himself and then they can bomb him. Yo. Literally, that's what she said. Oh my God. Wow. Yo, me say, one of the things that the man did, and you know, there's a lot of things I don't understand. And of course, we hear the Apostle speak about the war in Iran. And how really and truly it's a prophetic war, see? It's something that just has to happen for God's will to be done.
And that so-called 7 years of peace treaty.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's just some things that have to happen. And I'm not leading on to my own understanding, ladies and gentlemen. That's where I'm at. I'm just not doing it because I don't want to blaspheme. Alone. I know I don't something with it happen, but yeah, man, it depends on the other. You know, the two live depend on YouTube. Like, you have to go on the one where I listen to my ears or something. Can we just have peace? But nobody know over there. Can we just have peace? Over there. And what I don't like about Andrew, him just enough. Why he was the first leader of Jamaica to go to Israel, to visit Israel. I'm like, whose man's is this? Bro, what is wrong with you? Whoa, what is wrong with you? Whose man's is this? Correct what you said. Labor has never shown no love to Jamaica from day one. Boy, I cannot disagree. When the man them say selfish better than education, I'm like, yeah. Okay. Saltfish though. Saltfish. You've never heard that? One of the leaders of the Jamaican Labour Party said saltfish better than education. Andrew Owen said that the economy can yam.
That's all like one very, very gluttonous person.
Him say it recently too. Him said the economy can yam.
Team Opal, what's up, mama?
Him said the
economy. Got my friend Twitch.
He said it. The economy can yam.
And them alone eat.
No. The economy cannot yam. It's not something that you can put in a mouth and eat. It's foolishness. In chatting garbage.
No, we're not talking about that way. They're not eat meaning.
Yeah, I know exactly. I know exactly what they're talking about. Yeah. You know, probably from that context is what he was saying. That yes, me I full my pockets. And you're telling yourself, Abdi. Bustamanti says selfish can yam. No, selfish better than education. You know, I just want to say big up Michael Manley. You know, people talk about, you know, people always do the race thing, but out of all the leaders that we have,
say they are from the Alice, so you have the glimpse a couple times, you know.
And big up PJ Patterson too. You understand? It's just not looking at skin or anything. None of them are perfect, obviously, but there's certain programs and things that they really put in place that really even now, if they were being used in the right capacity, they would still be benefiting the people of Jamaica. But this government chooses to abuse it, like the NHT fund. Taking the NHT fund.
People need to stand up and talk about the injustice that they're facing in NHT.
Facts.
I am one of those persons experiencing it myself firsthand the past 2 years. It is a mess. It is terrible.
Tell me about it.
It is terrible. Me out here, but what them do? What do you when the hurricane happen? Them I do some houses, NHT houses.
Listen.
St. Elizabeth side. And when the hurricane happen, people go on site and check the place, and sometimes they realize what they were doing. Shortcutting the places. So where there should be steel is wire, pulling up the houses. So everything flatter and everything exposed.
I wonder if the Edmund Bridge, something facility I talk about, because
the corruption on the NHT side was deep.
Man, listen. See, the NHT have private partners, you know. You understand? They run certain programs through it. But really and truly, it all goes back to Andrew Jones, you know. He's the pirate of the entire situation.
Because him himself is building housing schemes. Him and his family to benefit from. And then what person should be benefiting from through NHT, we're not getting it. And if you go, you have to qualify. How are you qualifying for? How should we be qualifying for something that should be a benefit to persons who do not have it? You say, okay, you pay taxes and so forth. You can get no. Is a certain amount you get in, and then we're not telling you about the out-of-pocket money that you keep having to spend just for getting to the point of approval for the loan. We spent almost $1 million out of pocket, which was never told to you or discussed through any of the meetings. They just be like, oh, here's a checklist, you have to go do this. All right, that's it, there's nothing else. Then you go again, there's something else. All right, you need to clear the land, you need to do this. Why am I going to get the money yet? This time I'm going to get the money. No, after you clear the land.
So you actually went through this process?
I am still currently in this process.
What? It's cost you how much money already?
First person to do it, because speaking to a contractor, he deals with persons that go through NHT a lot, and he said majority of persons in company phone crying.
Wow.
Stressed out.
Wow.
And then say majority of it, you have to spend money out of your pocket before them give you the money. And then them reimburse you after. We're supposed to get it as a regular Jamaican trying to make it. We're supposed to get 400,000 if you go clear land. To excavate land. And you have to lay the foundation first before they give you the money. I'm serious. The money we're supposed to use to build the house, then say you have to clear the land, you have to have one site visit first, them approve it, and then you get the money. What?
Wow.
And don't even get me started. You have to jump through hoops to get the land too, through NHT.
Wow. I did not know that you
I'm not going to play all of that. If you guys want to go and listen to that video, I'm going to drop the link in the comment section. Yeah, man. I had a very... I was so surprised when she told me about her experience with the NHT situation. And she's still going through it right now. And she's a young girl. She's trying, and it's very frustrating. And the People's National Party would have made that access way easier in helping young people between the ages of 18 to 45 years old to access affordable housing. $500,000 grant, ladies and gentlemen. Grant for starter up. You hear what I say? $500 if you pay your mortgage for one of those affordable homes. The land portion of it would have been given to you for free. So the value of the property is way less than what you'd pay for it. Whatever the value of the land is, the government pay for that. Whatever the 500,000 added to that, the government pay for that. And they're still giving you affordable house. When you get the house now, you know, so you can use the land value to get as equity to further advance your economical situation, your growth, personal growth. Right? Jamaica, Andrew will speak for the next 2 hours. It appears. Me, nah, stay with him now. Nah, stay with him. I end my life right now. I'm tired for it. I'll do it in the back of me. I'm tired for here. I'm not telling no lie. I'm so tired of hearing him. I'm so tired. I can't listen to him no more. I'm having a headache at this point. He tells so much lies, like, oh my God, man. He tell too much lie, bro. I am waiting on Colin. Did Colin Bell start his life? Hold on there. Few persons them from BOLO V&R 2.0. Let me drop the link to the video that I'm talking about so you can go watch it with my niece on your time. You know? She really broke it down, man. Me and her I was like, man, me and her need to do a show together sometimes. You know what I mean? I never knew that. I know some is intelligent and bright, you know, but I never knew she was so tapped in as a young lady into the politics. I have to tell you, I am very, very proud. I am very, very proud. Indeed. You understand? Very, very proud Jamaica. To just hear her, you know, her thoughts on it. So let me drop the link to that video there. It's on BOLO V&R clips. It's not on BOLO V&R 2.0. So I'm dropping the links on BOLO V&R 2.0 right now for the live stream where you can go hear from her yourself. Alright? Yeah, man. Me about to wrap things up and all, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for the people on TikTok for the 54,000 likes. I'm going to leave you. I'm going to go to the TikTok, a word and a verse. And I mean, let me hear what the apostle is saying. Let me hear what the apostle is saying here. Alright. Oh, Sassy, me need to go to the, what you say, 1 minute and 12, 1 hour and 12, 1 hour and 12 minutes pan that video there. Alright, I'm going to play that too before me left. Let me hear what the apostle has said. Be encouraged. Nice.
I speak to witches, wizards, and warlocks. I speak to circumstances. I speak into the atmosphere even now. And I say, cease and desist. Cease and desist. In the name of Jesus, the Christ, the Son of the living God.
Thank you,
every
Simple
stop
Pebbles.
order that have been taken out over my life to prevent me from going forward, I now say it is lifted.
It is lifted. Amen.
Every embargo,
amen,
that has been placed over your life, yes, even now that embargo has been lifted. Every door that has been opened by the enemy to perplex you, hallelujah, to harass you, yes, to attack you,
yes,
to infiltrate, to interfere, to confuse. I decree and declare a righteous decree today. It is finished.
Finished. Yes.
Every negative thoughts that you have been struggling with, wrestling with, suicidal thoughts. Oh, thoughts of hopelessness. Thoughts that you can't make it and won't make it.
Yes.
You are going to stand and say, it is
done.
finished.
It is finished.
It is finished. Every voice that has been speaking in my ears that is not of God. Yes, I say right now, you are muted to spirits.
Powerful. Powerful. Let me go to the clip that Sassy D sent to me. She said 1 hour and 12. I'll turn down this because it's very high now. 1 hour and 12 minutes. Let me see something here. But this clip was a year ago. One hour and 12 minutes. Alright, see it now, we can start for answer.
150,000 for drive go well, I go pay one man for care one because something can set up to get the control. Son JPS come fix it. I know we don't get wait for me call. But JPS come fix it correct. Somebody praise the Lord. Somebody say call on the Lord.
Almost 4 years.
But Reverend James look on and say, Bishop, by next week, this shall never happen into breakthrough again. Because we want a generator up on the church top. Because we have it. When JPS chip out, something must chip in. But the church mustn't suffer. But why is the church in the position? Because if we tell enough it's so, we're not going to say we love money on my teeth. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let me tell you something, Jamaica. For the persons that are born again believers, you have to use your connection with the Most High. You have a man of God in front of you that is advancing God's message. Why so many people is opposed to pouring into the church? I not tell no lie. When you plant seed into the right soil, the fruits are incredible. Let me say that again. When you plant seed into the right soil, the fruits are incredible. Especially when you listen to the voice of God in how much to plant. When you're obedient. I mean, why you wouldn't want a church to develop to the point where, because a real church serve the community, you know. In modern time, I believe every church should, with the help of the congregation, should have one of those water something where you see maroon have. The maroons, as much as all them there to some people behind, in other ways than they ahead of the government. Why the government never invest in one of them atmospheric machine there? Have all one 100. Why they never take the billions of dollars and buy some of them machine there? With the water crisis we're happening in Jamaica, with all of the wonderful atmospheric positions in these rural communities where we have, why them never say, all right, well, Chief Court, do this, you know, say, right now we have to procure this technology and help the farmer them. And there's other things them can do, that's also one solution in Jamaica. Areas where need water, where not water now reach them like that. You know. You tell me, say, them a man I use them creative brain for advance Jamaica. Jet line, where you say electricity goes out where? In Parliament?
Yes, sir, yes, sir. But go over there, sir, where them are set up, and you see some big generators string up with big current, them now want GPS. But the church cannot afford nothing, because we not trust God like that. It's a sin.
True, man.
Too much poor people come to church. We want wealth. But how you going to get wealth? You have to give and make it come back. You have to release. Come now. Release a shout for God, destroy the enemy and start bless you in our church. At the count of 7, everybody jump and shout, deliver us, God. 1, 2, 3, shout! Deliverance. Deliverance. Deliverance, God. Deliverance. Deliverance by fire.
And listen. See, some people attack Andre too, you know, in a film comment section the other night, you know, about him advancing his own self. I don't understand. I don't get how somebody can see somebody work so hard. Like a Andre Stevens. The man actually have people where him pay that is a part of him company them. When him carry with him. The man is so unselfish. And me not tell you like Panaja family. You know if you stop, Andre not supposed to beg $1 or even appear to be begging $1. I see other platforms that is massive like Andre Stevens. And I'm telling you, in terms of advocacy, they are not even going. I'm talking about other global platforms I watch. And when you're looking at them comment section, people don't comment with regular comment. They comment with super chat because they appreciate the platform. When Andrea drop the information them over there, you're supposed to see blue and orange and red bubble. I just got blind you. The man I got Canada what there. No man, you don't have to take care of the people them, man. You don't have to take care of the people them, man. Same thing with the man of God and the woman of God. Monica said, do you think that Jamaica with so much river should have water? No, I don't. It's bad planning and lack of infrastructure why that is happening. And it's something that needs to be addressed. Very, very clinically. That problem needs to be addressed clinically. You understand? And you know, the building of the STEM schools them. Yeah, Andrew wanna say the backwater parliament. Andrew wanna say the backwater parliament costs $20 Jamaican. I don't trust the potency of that water. I don't trust the potency of that water. A pipe water that. Not even I'll get into that. Not even I'll get into that. But yeah, man. May I encourage you now. If you appreciate this platform, support this platform. Yeah, man, support the platform. You're not supposed to, if you people are there and you know the platform, you're there most of the time. You are familiar with the platform, you know what the platform brings. I'm not talking to people that are just comers that I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not listening to him, you know. But he might admit say he must address the problem of productivity. But you did it for 10 years, why you never address it?
Deliverance. Deliverance by fire. Sit up. You know it's God. The Bible says pray the people that go to church up there. Then go in at the temple, go pray and say, God, we need help. The people them are come against we. And we don't know what to do. But we are upon you. Help me.
Lock your stay for less with app-exclusive prices. Download the free Booking.com app today.
Our children, a world that no longer exists. And more importantly, to compete globally in the world of tomorrow. I'm proud to announce that we will break ground this year on 2 of the 6 STEM schools that I had announced previously.
Andrew only say my break ground on 2 of the STEM schools then when they promised in 2019. That him said he would have built 3 of them in 6 years. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25, 6 years gone, 26. And now him a break ground. In my break ground, you know. You know how long them get the money?
Previously, the first will be established at Bernard Lodge in St. Catherine and the second at Minard in St. Anne. Simultaneously, NARA will be building the other 4 STEM institutions that will take students from early childhood straight through to secondary education, immersing them in STEM from the earliest years right through to the door of our tertiary institution. These schools will bring an entirely new approach to the education system, exposing students to science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics in ways that build the creativity, innovation, and problem-solving skills that the economy of the future demands. Madam Speaker, my administration is a listening one, and we consulted our university students, leading to develop a work experience program that works for them. Starting in the upcoming financial year, the Heart NST Trust will introduce a pilot of the tertiary Learning, Earning, and Prosper LEAP program to widen pathways from tertiary education to employment by providing paid on-the-job experience. Students of accredited tertiary institutions as participants of the tertiary LEAP program will be able to engage in meaningful work in the public sector and participate in private companies. As they work, they will receive a competitive part-time compensation package. LEAP is an opportunity for students to continue learning while Heart places them in employment of their choice so they can assimilate into the workplace, earning an income and garnering valuable experience. I must recognize the president of the University of the West Indies Guild of Students, Mr. Rashawn Winter, and the president of the University of Technology Students Union, Mr. Percival Roberts, and their teams for serving as the brains of this initiative. This is how my administration makes policy. We first listen to those who serve, then we act collaboratively. I thank these student leaders for putting pen to paper, bringing their ideas forward, leading every step of the way, and working with us to develop the program. Madam Speaker, the National Reconstruction Program on the NARA will require thousands of skilled tradespeople, carpenters, electricians, plumbers, masons, roofers, and the capacity to train them at scale and at speed. Madam Speaker, the Heart Trust NSTA will train construction-related tradespersons who can assist in the Building and Resilience Initiative, as well as propelling the expansion of various sectors. Madam Speaker, we are launching a contractor incubator program, placing selected graduates from Heart and
Mrs. Sandy
on a guided development pathway with access to technical assistance, advanced training, and concessional financing through the Development Bank of Jamaica to purchase equipment and scale their operations. The intent is to have Jamaicans gain experience on high-value public infrastructure projects and transition faster into sustainable employment and enterprise. Madam Speaker, I like this project because essentially what it is saying, it is an incubator for the new, for a new generation of contractors. Contractors are critical to the utilization of the capital budget. Madam Speaker, I was proud to bring the Heart Trust NSTA closer to Prime Minister Siaga's vision when we eliminated tuition fees up to level 4. Since then, Heart's doors have been open to more than 500,000 young and not so young men and women island-wide. Our mission to expand access to opportunity through skills training is not yet complete. I shall now complete that mission. In the coming financial year, tuition for all Heart NSTA Trust programs up to level 5. Note that this is a bachelor's degree will be abolished for Jamaicans in the most challenging circumstances. Heart will become free from level 5 for those who
you remember a lady where you talk about?
Because my
she did parliament, you know.
Understands how important it is to continuously improve
the lady,
access to skills training and give every Jamaican a clear
the labor right lady, the Andre when I talk about in the picture. Mummy, just read between the lines, man. She did, yes, she did a parliament. I am serious, me just see her a while ago. She sit down up there.
The apprenticeship model.
Big labor right.
Earning while training.
Yes.
Developing under the guidance of
Yes, she there up there.
proven.
Yeah, she up there. She is right there. I just see her a while ago. I can't believe it. As a matter of fact, let me show you up on the live right now. Hold on there. Let me show you what go on.
She get some money.
Dangerous people, they cannot be trusted.
I hear it's not a joke that is serious.
That me I tell you. When I tell you, I'm mix and mingle, you know, man.
When she heard
Let me show you. Calm down. Calm down. Nobody say that.
We first listen to those who serve.
Let me show you.
Then we act
See ya?
collaboratively. I thank you.
See ya? Kiss me, mama. See ya now? Right, so come right or something. Screenshot you and send you. Alright. See ya there? Let me send it to you. I got zoom in right upon her so you can see her. Hold on there, Jamaica. Yeah, man, the JLP operative, them, man.
she charged for somebody.
She sit down there by herself.
She charged for somebody to not parliament.
No, she there up at the top. You guess? Yeah.
She drive her way people.
What a thing.
She not live free. So she live free, you know.
Hold on, man. Remember something up on the live, you know. See her there? I just sent you a while ago. Cameraman zoom in right upon her. Yo, Jamaica, me a left, you know. Me ratty, the hard mat, people come myself, me general. They about 4 hours, you know, or 3 hours. I from when me live, from 2 o'clock. Yeah, man, me there from 4 hours now, man. You see me? Me a bounce. Me a tell you say me eye in sharp and me ears in sharp. Anytime I come here, you know. When the brain box come here and the brain sharp, you know. When me doing night time, sometimes I tired and some things miss me. But you see when me sharp and I look and I listen, not to miss me, Jamaica.
So these are who? The people who are interested in what they...
No, man, enough for them guests them when they carrying, man.
Oh, them carrying them?
Yeah, them invite for them people, them family member, them and son, other, you know? Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. I am a patriot, Jamaica. I am a patriot of the country. Me no PMP or JLP, me a patriot. So whoever is advancing the welfare of the people of Jamaica in an honest and real way, I am going to support them. And in this point in time, Mark Golding is the man for the job. Mark Golding have the structure, Mark Golding have the experience to take us out of this economical rut. As a matter of fact, you know, as again, Mr. Marvin Edgar said he's going to go into politics. I wish him all the success. You understand? And I also would love for him to have a better relationship as an opposition to Mark Golding, seeing that the man is a man of integrity, then can work together and have good dialogue and rapport in that way. Ashley, what's up, Ashley? How you doing? Ashley, big up yourself, mama. So then can work together and have good rapport and do what is best ultimately for all of the Jamaican people. But the Jamaica Labour Party is a poison to this country. Them there to fill them own pockets, right? And friend and company thing. And them something there. And we don't need that in our politics anymore. The Jamaica Labour Party has continued the dirty politics of violence. Them is corrupt. And one by one they'll be going to jail. All you hear them a chat about this and that and all them promises there, it means nothing when you look at their track record. You understand? But God is good. See you guys later. That's my time and I'm out. Peace. Pick up on yourself, people. Later.